Welcome back to Sway TV. I'm your host JJ here on Amazon Live, and I'm so excited!
We're gonna have some fun on the street.
And we're doing Workout Wednesdays here on Amazon Live.
And she is fresh off the set of Shark Tank.
It's such an honor to be here today, so thank you.
We are gonna be talking all about parenting.
You have no idea how honored I am to have Mr. Tim Story making his world premiere right here on Sway TV Live.
Functional medicine is all this stuff. It's integrating things that improve your life.
This is our tribe of women.
I completely agree with you, Kimmy. It starts with being happy with how you look.
What is the key to a successful business?
We made history here on Amazon Live. Would you ask her out again, Michael?
I am so excited for today's Battle Shop Live.
And it's Brad Grunberg. Hi, Brad.
Here we go.
Get curious! Get curious!
Rosalind just said this is better than Netflix.
Oh, Naveen says this is better than Netflix. Yes! There's a Tesla. You can actually buy a car on Amazon. That is so crazy. The perfect gift. Yes, we got our Drake's Cake break.
David is live streaming. We got it right up in the corner. I love this.
Oh, that feels so good.
Oh my God, that is the coolest thing ever.
So awesome.
Shake, shake, shake.
Shake your zoo life.
This is fun. So many giveaways here at Sway TV. Drum roll, please. Dun, dun, dun.
And one person's gonna win a PS5. Which one will it be?
Here we go. I'm so excited. I can't even stand it.
And Sam's in the chat says, Sway TV rocks. Woo!
We're still going. Yeah, we don't sleep at Sway.
One of the best comments I've ever received, ever, hands down.
2, 1.
All the time streaming live. We're sharing great products. We're doing great interviews and amazing giveaways.
Amazon, we love you, Amazon. So grateful for you guys and for Sway TV.
I've had such a great time with all of you.
Shop attainment all the time.
It is a girl's dream come true for someone like me to be able to give you dating advice and shopping all in one platform.
Amazon Live, woo!
Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway.
And it's Sunday, and I'm usually here on Wednesdays, so this is a really special day that I get to spend with you because we can get set up for the week, right? We can get intentional about what is going to happen in our week. I am a mindful life coach, and it's my mission to help people live more mindful moments that lead to a more meaningful life. It is so important that we connect, have conversation, and learn from each other's experience. In this space that we get to share today, I'm going to have some conversation with you, and then I'm also going to share with you some of the tools that I use in my mindful day-to-day that helps me stay grounded, that helps me navigate life's challenges. So I would love to have some engagement with you. Jump in the chat and let me know what you're thinking. Engage with me. Let me know who's there. That's the only way I know who's there is if you speak with me. So today being Sunday, everyone's got a Sunday ritual, whether it is a formal or an informal ritual, whether it's intentional or accidental. There are certain things that we all do on Sundays. Most of us that have a Monday through Friday schedule. So I'd love to know, what are those things that you do on Sunday that absolutely 100% set you up for the week? That could be meal prepping or meditating or doing laundry or just making sure that the house is clean. Whatever it is, I would love to know what that is. What is it that you do to set yourself up for the week? I've got some, oh, hey, how's it going? So listen, if you guys log on, I want you to follow swaytvfollow.com. Follow me. Oh, here, look, I'm technically fabulous right now. Yes. Awesome. We have success. Follow me at swaytvfollow.com. And there's Sway TV replay where you can see past episodes, past topics, and there's some really good stuff in there that you can listen to over and over again to help you navigate your life's challenges, or check out some of our other great hosts. We also have swaytvshop.com, and my absolute favorite is to go to Sway TV with the podcast on Amazon Music. I absolutely love podcasts. I don't know if there's anybody else out there that loves podcasts like I do, but if you do, please check that out. And back to the main. Look at that. I'm just kind of
Tyler's in the lead for PS5 giveaway.
Doing all of this. So we have a really special giveaway that we're doing on Monday, and it's a PS5. And right now, I understand that Tyler is in the lead for the PS5. And where do we have that? Leaderboard. Oh, wait, I think this is it right here. Thank you, producer Andy. Is this it?
No, that's the rules to enter.
Oops, nope, that's rule, but that's good. Hey, so you guys can still enter to win, even though Tyler's at the top, just waiting to win this thing. You can also still enter to win. So direct them. Okay, good. Go to swaytvlive.com, and then you're gonna want to hit the follow button. And if somebody referred you, producer Andy, what happens if somebody refers you?
You get an entry to the PS5 giveaway.
Okay, mention them, right? And then they get another entry in to the PS5 giveaway. So don't forget to say who sent you there. So it's still anybody's game. Still anybody's game. Oh, 1 day, 51, is that 51 minutes? I need glasses. And 54 seconds. So it's actually going to be a really, really big deal tomorrow. We're going to have like a pre-game kickoff before we actually announce the winner or choose the winner. So that is fantastic. I have this really awesome question from, is it Diana? Diana is asking if I'm Indian. I am Indian. So I don't know what gave it away, but I'm definitely Indian. I'm actually from Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean. So but my people are from India. So are you Indian? I mean, are we making a really great connection here? Because it kind of starting to feel like it. And Diana, can you tell me where you're from? I really want to know. It's so interesting to see the kind of the places that everybody comes from, and the fact that we can all be connected through this virtual platform and share all this great information and be like in multiple places. I don't know what's going to happen when our world goes back to us traveling around. I think the residual benefit will be that we all still stay very, very connected. So we're talking about what we do on Sundays and what that ritual looks like to set you up for the week. And yesterday, I think it was, or the day before, I don't know, the days are kind of blending together as I'm up here all week on Sway TV every day. But we were talking about what brings you joy, and the truth of it is peace brings joy. And when you're organized and you understand what those things are in your life that you need to do, then you have the space and you have the capacity for joy. You have the capacity to do the things that really, really speak to you. So you look like Mia, and you know what? I'm not even going to try to pronounce that because I'm probably going to not get it right. I don't know who Mia is, but I really am excited that maybe I look like somebody famous. Is she famous? Veronica, you came for the deals and stayed for the Sunday wisdom. Oh, thank you, Veronica. Veronica, were you on the Sassoon Way earlier today? I would love to know if you were on that. I'm just to share with you guys right now, I'm drinking my special matcha tea, and I'm gonna just show you before we get into our stuff. So I don't forget this. I'm gonna bring something up here to show you what I love to drink. Part of our journey together is that we're gonna share some wisdom back and forth, because you know what? I learned from you too. And I'm going to share the tools and the things that I love with you.
Can we get a little love over here?
A little love.
Say hi.
Hi. We're Instagram live. We're Sway TV live. We're just live.
Tell them where to find you live so they can join the chat.
Oh, please go to swaytvfollow.com, right? swaytvlive.com.
And join in on the chat.
And join in on the chat so I can hear so I can see what you're saying, and we can respond. I can respond to you. So let's see, how am I doing? I'm doing good.
Without my glasses, she looks like Kim K.
Oh, I love that. Listen, you guys, I'm learning okay, so listen, what did we do while we were in lockdown having coronavirus? We learned a whole bunch of new stuff. And I'm a mindful life coach. I'm a speaker. I'm a consultant. And I'm so used to speaking in front of people, groups of people. And this is a new experience for me. And I'm so excited to learn this. I feel like my brain is growing, and I'm excited about learning how to speak to you on this platform for a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm reaching so many people that I wouldn't have reached before. And number two, I can do it from anywhere at any time. So that's pretty fantastic. So Veronica, and there is going to be some wisdom here today, Veronica. I promise you that. I was showing you guys my matcha. I'm not going to play the video. I'm just going to show you my matcha, because this is what I use. And I just learned about this recently, that I really loved this and I wanted to know why. And it's a ceremonial grade matcha, and it really does make a difference, and it's pretty fantastic. So we're going to fuel up with some of this, get some Zen matcha in our system. So I wanted to know what your Sunday ritual is to set yourself up for the week, and why that's important. I'm going to tell you why it's important to me. I think that we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity and choice to stack the deck in our favor. And that means we get to design and make the decision of what something is going to be like. Now, from our own perspective, right? So if you know that Monday morning starts hectic for you, you've got to take a few hours or an hour or 30 minutes, whatever it is that works for you on Sunday, and set yourself up for Monday. It's like showing up, like let's say you're an athlete and you're going to show up for the big basketball game, and you just show up and you're supposed to produce. We are athletes in our own right, in our life. We are running the marathon in our life. We need to set ourselves up to win. So whatever it is that you need to do to set yourself up, you got to identify what that is. So figure it out. Here's what I do. And this is part like brain science, and this is part keeping my sanity. On Sunday, that is the day that I meal prep for the week. if I don't meal prep for the week, I know that I'm going to get busy and I'm going to eat something that is convenient and maybe not something that's the best fuel for my body. I've done this over and over again. When I meal prep, the week goes well. When I don't meal prep, it doesn't go well. So I know what I need to do as far as meal prepping goes. The other thing that I've learned about myself is I need to look at the calendar on Sunday. I have a physical calendar. I know I have a calendar on my phone and I have a calendar, on my computer. There's like a calendar everywhere, but I have a physical calendar. I like to write it down. Who else likes to write stuff down still? Because I absolutely 100% like to write it down. I have to see it. There is something that happens when I take that 30 minutes on a Sunday evening to have a look at my calendar and set myself up to win. I absolutely am more successful that way. So whatever it is that you need to do, you need to identify what that is and get that done to set yourself up to win. We can't show up as our best selves when we are like running around struggling, trying to figure out how to put it all together. When you talk about like showing up, there's a lot of work that happens before you actually show up. And one of the things that I absolutely love, and I'm going to share this with you right now, is how many of you journal? Does anybody journal? And if you don't journal, that's okay. Here we go. Let me find it. Stay with me, you guys. Stay with me. And we've got, oh my gosh, my phone's ringing. This is live TV. Oh, it's my daughter's school.
On Sunday.
It's Sunday. Well, it's that Sunday call, right? It's a Sunday call that we get. Okay. I have a journal. Oh, I don't have it in here. Darn it. Okay. You know what? Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Here it is. Let's go here. And I'm going to go. You guys bear with me. I'm learning and I'm learning this. And this is such an awesome platform because everyone's so loving.
I
and
love
so
to journal over here.
everyone's just supportive and loving and I love it. Okay.
Feel free to join the conversation. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Guys,
Actually,
join the conversation. I can answer and talk.
yes, or go to Sway TV Live.
I've been telling them.
They go to Sway TV Live. Come to Sway TV Live. You have a question over there? Is
It's
that
quite therapeutic journaling.
journaling is quite therapeutic. It's also a way to organize your thoughts. Veronica loves writing stuff down, and I'm totally on board with Veronica. When you can get those thoughts out of your head onto the journal, which is one of the journals on Amazon, and that I absolutely love because you can go through them quickly, right? If you write all the time, you're going through them quickly, and these are one of the best ones that I love that helps you plan it out and
What about, Michelle,
journal.
the artist's way, the morning pages? Talk about, you told me, and I've done it before, but it's been a while, when you wake up, where your conscious mind is. Talk about that.
Well, I think that falls under like when's the best time to journal. And I think the best time to journal is any time that you can get to journal. But really specifically that when you wake up in the morning, there's a moment of the world hasn't started yet. And you are connected deeply with your authentic true self. You are coming out of a space of restorative sleep. You're coming out of a space of peace, right? Because our default is really peace and love and kindness. Like that's really kind of where we live. And what happens is life starts to happen and then we start to react to that. And then whatever that fear or anxiety or stress that comes up for that, that happens once the day starts. But that moment when you open your eyes, if you have your journal right next to you and a pen that you love, and I always talk about this, when you write, think about this. I want you guys to think about this. Think of a time that you used a pen or a pencil that you absolutely loved. I mean, and tell me, am I crazy or does anybody else feel like this? There are pens that I love. There are pencils that I love. If I don't love it, I get rid of it because that's something easy to do. So it's a journal that you love. It's a writing utensil that you love because you want to stay in that space of peace. When you wake up in the morning, you just start to write your thoughts out. And as you write your thoughts, you start to create an intention. And you set that intention for the day. And it's not one of these things where you set the intention and then you have to say it over and over and over again, because right when you wake up in the morning, you have a channel to your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind will take that and it will build it into the program for the day. You have to give it direction. You have a choice. Are you going to wake up and miss that moment, or are you going to wake up and set yourself up to win? My challenge for you is to try this for a week. Just the waking up and the writing right when you wake up. Just write it down. Oh, the Pilot G2 is the best pen ever. I'm going to have to try that. I love it. I love that I'm getting pen.
Can you get it on Amazon?
I don't know.
Is the Pilot G2 up there?
I bet you the Pilot G2 is something that you can get on Amazon. So why is it even important? Why is it even important to access your unconscious mind? Why is that even important?
Here's a
I'm going to say why it's important. You got something?
sorry.
That's okay.
Why it's important, then we'll go back.
Yeah, no, it's important because that's your base programming. That is absolutely 100% your strongest team. If you can envision like a boat, right? And then there's a captain, and the captain says, we're going to go this way. And then there's a crew of 200. Your unconscious mind is the crew. And the captain says, we're going to go north. And the crew says, but we always go south. And so it doesn't matter what the captain says, we're going to go south. So your conscious mind is like window dressing. Your conscious mind might say, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to wake up early. You know, I'm going to exercise every day. That's your conscious mind. And it's really trying. It's like, I'm gonna. But the power is in the unconscious mind. And if you can connect with that unconscious mind right when you wake up in the morning and right before you go to bed at night, you can start to reprogram your mind. Absolutely. Mia's here. Let's sway. Yeah. And Marla started following. Veronica started following. Thank you, Marla. Thank you, Veronica, for following. And Mia's inspired. Thank you, Mia. I want to say that this, again, this is Sway TV Live. My name is Michelle Mitchell, and this is Navigating Life. This is a brand new gig. This is a brand new thing. You guys are all part of this really exciting new space that we're in. And I say that I have 95,000 followers. That might be a future truth, but I'm counting on you to help me make that truth an actuality. 100%. Sway TV is my entertainer. I hope so, because in this entertaining, there is wisdom that we are sharing. So if you guys have any questions for me, I'm a mindful life coach. If there's anything going on in your life, just throw it out here and I'll give you the tools, I'll give you the hacks, I'll give you the tricks to get there, and I'll share my tools with you that I get on Amazon that help me in my mindful life. I said this the last time, I'm going to say it again. Have you guys read the 4 Agreements? The 4 Agreements is a very easy read. It's one of my favorite books. I use it when I coach my C-level executives. I use it when I coach one-on-one. I use it with my friends that are stuck. It is an easy read. It is easy to get on Amazon, and it should be your go-to. It should be your handbook. It's a really, really awesome book. I guarantee you will not regret getting that book and reading.
Coco's loving you over here.
Hi, Coco.
She's the horse whisperer.
Coco, I can't wait to meet Coco. Coco, I cannot wait to meet you. I cannot wait for my daughter to meet you.
Get up over there.
Yeah, Coco, come on, Sway TV Live, swaytvlive.com. Find me here. Talk to me here. I want to talk to you. It is such a good book. Marla, Tell me, Maria, listen, I do need glasses and I need to come to grips with the fact that I'm 51 years old and glasses are definitely should be a part of my life. Maria, it is such a good book. Tell me, is this not a book that you go to over and over and over again throughout your life? Jay says, I actually quite enjoy my existential dread. I know. We like our listen, sometimes you like the yuck. Sometimes you like the yuck, but don't like build a house in the yuck and stay there forever. You got to move forward. You absolutely have to move forward. So when you're setting yourself up to win for the week, I want to know what you guys do. I'm going to tell you right now, I meal prep. I 100% meal prep. The next thing I do is I look at that calendar because I'll forget what's on there. Monday will happen. It'll happen so fast. I have to be ready for that. Yes, it is a book that you do go back to over and over again. It's pretty fantastic. How do you set your body and your mind and your soul up to win? It is an entire connected thing. You can't say, I'm going to exercise all the time and then I'm not going to feed my mind and I'm not going to feed my soul, or vice versa. There has to be this little piece of all of that. I don't know if you guys, have you heard of the Wheel of Life? It's something that we use in coaching quite often. Tell me if you've heard of the Wheel of Life. I want to hear if you guys have heard of that. It's a really awesome exercise and I'd love to share it with you in detail, but it's really kind of, if you think of areas of your life, and there are specific areas on the wheel, and it kind of depends on whose wheel you're looking at. Different coaching philosophies have different wheels, but they're pretty much the same. So you look at your personal life, you look at your financial life, you look at your love life, you look at your relationships with your family, and you say, where am I today, and where would I like to be? And you look at the gap, and then you decide, what do I need to do to close that gap? What are those steps? And you take that big goal and you break it into smaller goals, achievable goals, in order to close that gap. How many of you have heard of the Wheel of Life? I want to know. Because it's a wonderful, wonderful exercise. And it's also something that you can find online, anywhere. You could even Google it, just Wheel of Life, and you can see that it will come up. It will come up for you. So what does that gap look like for you? What is it that is happening in your life now? You're here and you want to be here. I want you to look at that gap, and you don't have to share that gap with us in the chat, but really look at that gap and decide, okay, where am I now? Okay, let's do a scale of 1 to 10. Right? Where am I now? Okay, you guys got it? Mentally, write it down, whatever. I want you to participate. If you're thinking about it, then do it in your mind. If you want to write it down, write it down. And where do I want to be? So 1 to 10. Maybe I'm at a 5 on something and I want to be an 8. Okay. Identify the gap. Got the gap? You know where you are. You know where you want to be. Now, tell me one thing that you could do today to close that gap. One thing that you could do today to close that gap. One thing that doesn't necessarily cost a bunch of money, a bunch of time. I'm talking about low-hanging fruit. Do you guys know what I mean by low-hanging fruit? Maria, Google the Wheel of Life online and you'll see a bunch of ones come up, and it really is a great way to organize your life. Or at least assess your life. Like, where are you at? Where do you want to be? I'll tell you that we know where we want to be. We have this true north. We have this voice inside of us, but we get hung up on, we got to pay the bills. We got to go to work. We got to take the kids to school. We got to clean the house. We got to do all these things. And then we kind of lose our true north. And then people tell us what they think we should do or we shouldn't do. And so we start to be we start to lose it. We start to lose our voice and then take on other people's ideas and goals and work at them for a long time and then realize, hey, this wasn't even mine. I think that's almost a little bit what happens, like I said, I'm 51 years old, and I think that at 40, I looked at my life and I thought, hey, are these really my dreams and my goals? Or are they my parents' dreams and goals? Are they society's dreams and goals? And I had to really kind of re-navigate and reassess. So you're choosing that one area of your life. Let's say it's relationships, or maybe it's health. Wherever you're at right now, assess that. You know where you want to go. And the third thing I asked you to do is identify what you could do, what is low-hanging fruit. What could you do? There's a big buzz in the studio today because we're doing something really exciting at 5 o'clock. So you want to stay tuned for that. It's super, super exciting. You're going to want to assess, what can you do today? This happens today. We are holding each other accountable for this to happen today. What is the one thing that you can do today to start to close that gap? I want you to write that down, have it in your mind, write it in the notes in your phone. And what is one thing you can do tomorrow to close the gap? Just those 2 days. And really be intentional about the choice. Really focus on the choice. So I meditate, right? That's something that I teach, that's something that I practice, and it's very important. I've been doing it for a very, very long time. And one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to get more information. And I was able to do that with Muse. Have you guys ever heard of Muse? Amazon carries this product that's called Muse. It's phenomenal. If you are a beginning meditator or if you've been meditating for a long time, this really gives you immediate feedback, immediate information as to how your meditation practice is going. Some days are great, some days aren't so great, but I can identify, hey, if I had a rough time focusing in my meditation at 6 o'clock in the morning, I might have to have extra grace for myself during the day. I'm going to go ahead and bring this product up. I want you guys to have a look at this. This is my favorite go-to product by far. I absolutely love it. This is Muse. And let's see if I can do this, because I'd really love for you guys. This is, there we go. And I hope they're seeing this. I hope you guys are seeing this. Okay, great. Okay, I've got the Muse video on. Producer Andy, are they able to hear the Muse video?
You gotta play the product video. They can't hear it unless you hit product video.
Let's see.
Meditation's good for you. It's something you should be doing. Probably you have a friend that does it. Maybe you've tried it and you're not sure if you've done it right. But there's still this sort of sense of mystery. What is meditation? Well, we're here to demystify that today. Meditation is not some weird woo-woo thing. The most common definition of meditation is a practice or a training that leads to healthy and positive mind states. That's it. A practice or a training, a thing you do regularly, like going to the gym, that's going to boost your brain to healthy and positive mind states. There are many different forms of meditation that you may have heard of. Walking meditation, Zen meditation, mantra-based meditation, focused attention. We're going to dive into focused attention meditation a little bit because that tends to be the first one that people learn. So in a focused attention meditation, what you're doing is you're putting your attention on a neutral object. That can be your breath or a candle or a word in the case of a mantra. And when your mind begins to wander away from that neutral object, you then notice that your mind has wandered, and you make a choice, instead of following your wandering thought, to bring it back to the object of your attention. So you might be focusing your attention on your breath. Pretty quickly, your mind begins to wander away. You say, hey, that's my wandering mind. You notice it, and you return it to your breath. Keep your attention on your breath. Your mind begins to wander away again, as all our minds do, and then you gently return it back to the present moment. Now, this might seem like a very simple action, and you're like, what's all this fuss about? Why is everybody meditating if that's all you're doing? Well, it turns out this very simple action has some pretty powerful and profound impacts in your life. So now most of us just kind of go through our life on autopilot. Your brain is just thinking itself. You've got a bunch of content in your mind, and you're like, oh, I guess it's supposed to be in there. I guess this is what I'm supposed to be thinking about. Well, once you actually put your attention on something, recognize that your mind wanders, and then make a choice not to follow that wandering thought, make the choice to come back to something else, you've just done something really magical. Well, not actually magical, because it's real and you had a choice over it. What you just did was you changed the relationship to your thoughts. You made a choice to say, nope, my brain's not going over there, it's going over here. And once you do that, you can gain control over your own thinking. So for a lot of us, those thoughts tend to be repetitive, negative, and not particularly useful. When you're able to say, hey, I don't want to follow that thought, I want to come back to something I care about, we can take our mind off the things that are negative, stressful, frustrating, and not useful to us. When we come back to this neutral thing, we're also now strengthening our attention, our ability to attend in the present moment, the here and the now. When we're thinking, we tend to be going into not always the greatest places. When we're in the here and now, we're present to our lives and we're present to the world. Now, once you take your mind off of those negative wandering thoughts and recognize that you can have control over them, you may also begin to recognize some other fascinating things, like you are not your thoughts. You are not simply the sum total of the narratives that you tell yourself. And if you are not your thoughts and you're not those narratives, then you can begin to change those narratives about yourself and your life. Then it becomes really powerful. So this is why this very simple practice of meditation can become a powerful tool in your life to improve your attention, to help reduce your relationship to stressful and anxious thoughts, and to also actually start to help your mind and your body engage in new and very positive ways. Now that was just one simple practice-focused attention. There are many different forms of meditation.
Just turn the sound down. You can leave it running.
What'd you guys think of that? I am telling you, if you have an opportunity to get this headband, get it, because it absolutely 100% changed my meditation game, and I've been meditating for years and years and years. I want to remind you guys to go to swaytvfollow.com and swaytvshop.com and Sway TV Live. We're on Sway TV Live right now. Sway TV Replay, if you want to see anything that we've done before. Again, this is so brand new, and for me, this is very, very brand new. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in. You guys, this is like, this is magic. This is magical in this moment, because this is so brand new. You're a part of it. You're part of this happening. And I joke and I say that I have like these 95,000 followers, and I don't, but there's a lot of you watching right now, and I'm asking you to please, please follow. Go to swaytvfollow.com. The more you follow, the more I get to share with you, and the more of a relationship we get to build and the connect. And if you guys want to send me a direct message, please come find me on Instagram on MMMindful. And just send me a message. I'm happy to help you along on your journey any which way, or hear your comments, or any, just engage and connect. But this situation right here that we're having, this conversation that we're having, this is like the new stuff, and you guys are in on it. You're in on the special sauce. You are a part of our special sauce, and you make me feel amazing. I mean, I can get up in front of a room and talk to hundreds and hundreds of people with no problem. Talking to you guys virtually, creates a little bit of anxiety for me, to be real. It's looking into a camera and looking at these screens and lights and microphones. But when you guys engage with me in the chat, all this stuff goes away, because the bottom line is, from the beginning of time, we would share stories. That's how people got information. That's how they knew what was dangerous. That's how they would celebrate things. That's how they knew where to find food. People would gather and they would tell stories. And that part of humanity has not changed. We have just changed the vehicle that we use to tell the story. So this is one of those vehicles that we get to share. I want you to live more mindful moments that lead to a more meaningful life. And if I can share my experience in neuro-linguistic programming, hypnotherapy, mental and emotional release, mindfulness-based stress reduction, and years of coaching and guiding, if I can share that with you, and you can have an experience that is better than the one before, then I've done that fireside chat. I've done that sharing in the village. And that's my calling. That's my dharma. When we talk about what is your calling, what is your piece on this planet, that is my piece. I'm a teacher. I want to share, and I want to walk alongside of you in the journey. I can't tell you how to do it, but I can walk alongside you. I can share the tools. I can share my experiences, and we can grow this together. So please, swaytvfollow.com. Help me out. If you guys will follow swaytvfollow.com, you get to see more of me. We get to have more of these conversations, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you. And I value your time today, checking in with me and connecting. And I think what we're going to do is at 5 o'clock, there is going to be you guys have got to stick around for this because I've never experienced anything like this. But at 5 o'clock,
Kimmy's Love
Okay,
Hub.
I was getting the name for you guys. So it's Kimmy's Love Hub. And what that is, it's the first time this has ever been done before. So please, you got to stick around and check this out. The first time it's ever been done, a dating show live, swaytvlive.com, coming to you, unscripted, real life. I don't know what's going to happen. Truth be told, I'm single. I've been single for a long time. My friend Eden, she's been single for a long time. So we are very interested in seeing what happens on this next show. And I don't know what to expect. But you know what? I want to be a part of it. We all want to be a part of something, right? Get to be a part of something brand new. Hang in there. Stay with us. Follow us. And just connect with us. I just want you guys to enjoy this process. I was talking about having fun and finding joy. And for me, finding joy has to do with finding peace. And finding peace has to do with clearing out the stuff in my life that I don't need and that I don't want. So I can identify what I do want and what I do need. So this whole opportunity for me to be able to share that with you, I want you to be in that space too, right? Finding joy and finding peace. If there's something that brings you joy, share it in the chat. I want to hear it in the chat. Something that brings you joy. I'm going to fire it off. We're going to just have like a joy festival. So I'll tell you right now, I'm going to tell you the things that bring me joy. This matcha tea and the way that my friend Felicia makes it brings me joy. It doesn't have to be this big giant thing because it's a moment to moment experience. How many of you read The Power of Now? If you have, it's a moment to moment experience. One moment that leads to the next moment that leads to the next moment. So this matcha for me this is my moment experience. It's setting me up. I'm stacking the deck in my favor for the next moment. I'm enjoying this moment. Everything I need is in this moment that sets me up for the next moment that we get to have together. So what brings you joy? I want to hear what brings you joy. Share that with me in the chat right now. It'll be a wonderful way for us to close the hour on a high. And your information, listen, just get this for a minute. What you share, you're not just sharing with me. What you share is raising the vibration of everybody that's in this experience with us. There are a lot of people on board in this experience with us right now. And I want to know from you, what you have to say is important. What you have to say is valuable. In quantum physics, we look at quantum entanglement. We are all connected. We are all in it together. We are in relationship with each other. It doesn't matter that it's virtual. We are in relationship with each other because we are influencing each other. So what brings you joy? Oh, Rosalinda, I want to hear what brings you joy. Welcome to swaytvlive.com, navigating your life with Michelle Mitchell. I want to hear, Rosalinda, what brings you joy? Birds bring me joy. And I don't know, I did a show this morning. I was a guest on the Sassoon Way. And we did it outside. And I'm going to tell you, we made s'mores. It was fun. Please don't miss that show. And there was a giant crow. I don't know, wingspan, maybe 6 feet. I don't know if that's real, but it looked like it. And that crow was ready to come down and have some of my s'mores, but I was so joyful that nature was so close to me. It was pretty fantastic. Maria, baking brings me joy. Maria, your baking would bring me joy too, because it's not one of the things that brings me joy, but I would eat everything that you bake for sure. My babies bring me joy. Let's sit in that for a minute. Our babies do bring us joy. And they bring us some other things too, but most of the time they bring us joy. 100%. Maria, what are you baking? What are you baking today? It is Sunday. What are you baking? Take us out. Make us hungry. Come on, Maria. What are you baking? Babies bring me joy. There are a lot of people on this chat. Please don't be shy. I want to know. Send me off with like a nugget of what brings you joy. Change my perspective. Raise my vibration. This is a two-way street, friends. Let's do this. As my daughter says, bestie. She calls me bestie. I'm not sure what that's all about, but hopefully it's kind of sort of true. So meditation brings me joy. Fresh food brings me joy. Caesar salad brings me joy.
Really? What else?
Popcorn. Whoa, where is it? Where? Oh my gosh. You guys, this is legit excitement.
Caesar salad? Go ahead, give me the rest of the list.
Caesar salad brings me joy. Popcorn brings me joy.
What else on the food side of the ledger?
Oh gosh.
Cheeseburger, I remember you mentioned that.
Pizza kind of brings me joy, but lasagna brings me joy. Lasagna, enchiladas, fish tacos. In California, Southern California, we have Roberta's Taco Shop. Maybe that's just San Diego.
How come it's all food?
Oh, this is a specific
We're
question.
talking about food. Oh, we just hit Eden's nerve. We hit Eden's food nerve. She's like, how come it's about food? Wait, Maria, baked chocolate muffins. That brings me joy just knowing you baked. I can almost smell them over the popcorn smell. What else?
After Linda, did she get her Anita chocolate? Did she get her?
Oh, wait. Yes, do we have?
Oh, no.
There's other things that bring me joy. My mom's cooking brings me joy. Okay, I love this. Peace, positivity, fresh air, cleaning, and more cleaning. You must have kids with the cleaning and more cleaning, because I know about that.
What do you mean you must have kids? She's got 6.
I know a little bit about that. Is that Rosalinda? That's pretty awesome. All right, you guys, again, what's coming up next is super, like you guys are, like, this is a new frontier. Like, you just landed on a brand new planet. Never been done before. Super awesome, super amazing. You got to get in on the ground floor of watching this. I am so excited. I don't even know what to expect. Expect anything. You know, this is live streaming TV. My phone's ringing. Should I look?
Yeah.
Eden and Michelle, Sway TV brings us all joy. Oh, it's my daughter. It's my daughter.
Oh.
Hi, me.
The pasta's ready.
You're on live streaming TV right now.
Oh, when are you guys coming home? Because the pasta's ready.
Pasta's ready?
The-
We said 6 o'clock.
Yeah, what? Like in an hour? No, I don't know.
We gotta do Kimmy's Love Hub live.
Oh, she said they can heat it up again. So we're gonna.
Yeah,
Apparently, you guys are gonna.
a lot.
You made a lot. Okay, awesome. Are you guys doing
hungry
dishes
yet.
too?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, I gotta go. I'm.
Wait,
Did
what
they get the
time?
onions?
They get the onions?
Oh, did you get the onions?
Yes, we got everything from house we need.
Oh, and did you like spend your own money on the onions, or do I need to like give you money for the onions?
No, Liz bought the onions.
You gotta
Oh,
give them
yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to give you money for the onions. Okay. All right. You know what brings me joy, everybody? What brings me joy is that my daughter
money. Ask for money.
just
dinner.
made dinner with her friends. For actually, Eden and I, they made dinner, so we don't have to make dinner tonight. They made dinner for us. They're not babies anymore. Okay,
Mom.
you're actually on right now, me. Say hi to everybody.
Okay, hi.
Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, bye.
Replay if you want to see her.
All right, so that's pretty awesome. Dinner's ready for me. Please, swaytvfollow.com. Help me out. Get in the game. If, oh, yeah, that's right. They're reminding me. Mimi, my daughter, was on Eden's show. So go to swaytvreplay.com and you'll find Eden's show on there, and you'll see me. She's pretty fantastic. So remember, swaytvfollow.com. You guys jump in, support me. I love the love. How sweet me. Yeah, she's an awesome daughter. I will tell her you said that. I think that's fantastic. swaytvshop.com. And here it comes, you guys. The next show is pretty fantastic. So I'll see you there. Bye.
Make sure you guys follow Sway TV. Follow Sway right here. Ooh, it's this way, sorry. Corey says, thank you, Sway TV. Shakira says, thank you, Sway. Yes, guys, it is so much fun. We love Sway TV.
We're here all the time streaming live. We're sharing great products. We're doing great interviews and amazing giveaways.
Amazon, we love you,
Yes.
Amazon.
So grateful for you guys and for Sway TV.
I've had such a great time with all of you.
Shop attainment all the time.
It is a girl's dream come true for someone like me to be able to give you dating advice and shopping all in one platform.
Amazon Live! Woo! Let's sway!
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway!
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway!
Let's sway!
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Welcome back to Sway TV. I'm your host JJ here on Amazon Live, and I'm so excited!
We're gonna have some fun on the stream.
And we're doing Workout Wednesdays here on Amazon Live.
And she is fresh off the set of Shark Tank.
It's such an honor to be here today, so thank you.
We are going to be talking all about parenting.
You have no idea how honored I am to have Mr. Tim Story making his world premiere right here on Sway TV Live.
Functional medicine is all this stuff. It's integrating things that improve your life.
This is our tribe of women.
I completely agree with you, Kimmy. It starts with being happy with how you look.
What is the key to a successful business?
We made history here on Amazon Live. Would you ask her out again, Michael?
I am so excited for today's Battle Shop Live.
And it's Brad Grunberg. Hi, Brad.
Here we go, here we go. Get curious. Get curious.
Rosalind just said this is better than Netflix.
Oh, Naveen says this is better than Netflix. Yes! There's a Tesla. You can actually buy a car on Amazon. That is so crazy. The perfect gift. Yes, we got our Drake's Cake break.
David is live streaming. We got it right up in the corner. I love this.
Oh, that feels so good.
Oh my God, that is the coolest thing ever.
So awesome.
Shake, shake, shake!
Shake your zoo life.
This is fun!
So many giveaways here at Sway TV. Drum roll, please. Dun, dun, dun.
And one person's going to win a PS5. Which one will it be?
Here we go. I'm so excited. I can't even stand it.
And Sam's in the chat says Sway TV rocks. Woo!
We're still going. Yeah, we don't sleep at Sway.
One of the best comments I've ever received, ever, hands down.
2, 1.
time streaming live. We're sharing great products. We're doing great interviews and amazing giveaways.
Amazon, we love you,
Yes.
Amazon.
So grateful for you guys and for Sway TV.
I've had such a great time with all of you.
Shop attainment all the time.
It is a girl's dream come true for someone like me to be able to give you dating advice and shopping all in one platform.
Amazon Live! Woo! Let's sway!
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway!
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway!
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.
Hey everyone, welcome to Sway TV. I am your host, Kimmy Seltzer, bringing you weekly live Kimmy's Love Hub here on Sway TV, Amazon Live. And oh my gosh, I have such a special show today. I can't wait to introduce who's sitting next to me. But before I do that, I want to say hello to everybody. Hello. And if this is like a new show for you, Kimmy's Love Hub is a show all about dating, relating, sometimes mating, but most of all, love. And that actually pertains to you because when you love you, that's when other people do too, quite honestly. And I want to see who's here. Deirdre, well, of course she's here because we have, oh my God, we have so many like special guests coming on today to share the love. And Deirdre, hello. Ashanti, hello, hello. Sharon, oh, I know you, Sharon. I see Sharon. It's like, what was that Romper Room? Do you remember Romper Room? I'm gonna age
Yes,
myself.
I do.
Do you remember that?
Yes,
Yeah, like
yes.
I see Deirdre, I see.
She's thinking that for sure. She's in the musical.
But I want to know actually who doesn't know me, and if you don't know me, say hello. And I want to tell you who I am. So I am a confidence therapist, a dating strategist, an image consultant, and I kind of have this unique approach in helping people look and feel their best so they attract more love. You know, I used to be a traditional therapist and I had a traditional life until my life happened and I had my own kind of stuff happen and I kind of flipped the script and now I work from the outside in because I believe it's the quickest gateway into someone's confidence. When you work on your messaging, when you work on your marketing, and that includes your wardrobe, your body language, your first impressions, all those things that kind of sends out messages into the world and who you are, because when you do that, you create so much opportunity for your life, for who you attract, and that pertains to love. So that actually is a good segue into what we're going to talk about today. Well, this is funny because I originally was going to just have this whole episode on dating makeovers, and we are going to get to that. But I have two women who crashed my party, and I love it. And I'm putting them on the couch, literally.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, like seriously. No,
I think
and
we
thank
need
you.
it. I think we need it.
So that's what I want to talk about. Like, so these beautiful women, you are beautiful. And I just got to know you a little bit, and I just mean that like inside and out. Seriously, like, and we were just talking about like when you meet somebody, how there's that instant like energy that you feel with people, and I totally feel it with you two. So I am interested in learning more about why you are single and what's going on with these ladies. But, you know, before we get started, also, I wanted to kind of set the frame of, you know, when we think about attracting love, and, you know, I think, and I want to hear more about, like, where your journey has started and where you are right now, we all kind of have had stories happen to us. And with those stories, a lot of times we carry the baggage, right? Like we carry the baggage and they get heavy. And sometimes we get so weighed down with that baggage that we get stuck and it weighs us down because we get scared. We think about what's in that bag, and so our guard goes up, and that prevents us from moving forward. And I just did actually a whole talk on how to progress and how to get unstuck in your dating life. So it was just ironic that you ladies are here, and I want to have kind of a little bit of a teaser. Or not, right? They're like looking scared. They're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. And like, wait, this is getting deep.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh. You found the right girls for
getting deep.
Yeah, well, and I thought like maybe we could just introduce kind of the challenges that you're having, and then we definitely will have them come back on because I want to see how you're progressing. Like I hope to give some value today and maybe like key into some like challenges that each of you are having, and each of you are going to have a different story and a different journey, like I was talking about. But let's see who else is here. Who else? Sandra's here, and Anne. Oh, hi, Anne. Oh, this is so great. And I love all my Love Makeover Insiders, ladies. Thanks for coming in, people who are in my tribe, my community. And we have a new tribe. I want to say hello to Eden's tribe.
Yes, guys.
That's happening.
Tell them where to follow you and find you if you're... Please.
Yeah, no, and so you can follow me obviously on here on Sway TV. You can also follow me at Kimmy Seltzer. It's pretty much my handle everywhere on social media and on my website, kimmyseltzer.com. Welcome. And if you're also new, make sure that you're clicking the follow button, because what's really important about the follow button is it'll allow you to interact with us, because I like having conversations. And oh, Ashante wants to be on our
your
couch. Yeah, well, maybe one day we'll have you, Ashanti. And if you are on the mobile, make sure you click on the video and then the follow button will pop up, because I know a lot of people were having questions about that. And not only that, you will be entered into some future giveaways. So there's so many reasons to follow all of us. Welcome Eden's community to the Love Hub. And oh my gosh, so actually I want to start out by you introducing yourselves, because each of these beautiful women have a show here on Sway TV, and maybe just say who you are, your show, but also then we'll get into the dating stuff. So
the juicy stuff. Go.
You want to go?
The juicy stuff. Well, I'm Eden Sassoon, and I am part of Sway TV Live, and I have a show called The Sassoon Way, and so it's a lifestyle show, and I bring tips and tools and products, but most importantly, the people that I've crossed paths with over the last, well, I'd say 47, because that's how old I am, but yeah, 47 years that really have made a difference in my life. Like tonight, Kimmy's my newfound friend, and we immediately bonded. And you know, at some point, I would ask her to come as we work together, join me on the Sassoon Way, and bring everybody else that knowledge and what you've taught me. And as Michelle, she's not only a best friend, but a coach, and she'll introduce herself. But that's my Sassoon Way Sway Live TV story.
So I'm Michelle Mitchell, and I have a show on Sway Live, or SwayTVLive.com, and it's Navigating Life, and I am a mindful life coach, and I use neurolinguistic programming and hypnotherapy and mental and emotional release, as well as mindfulness-based stress reduction in what I do and how I help people. And it's really my goal to help people live more mindful moments that lead to a more meaningful life, and that really affects everybody, anywhere. It doesn't matter who you are. So I'm excited about this platform to be able to share and really raise the vibration with everybody. I'm a mom, and I'm excited about that. That's a journey for me that's been incredibly rewarding. And Eden's one of my very, very good friends, and this happening.
We're both single.
Yes.
Woohoo, ready to mingle.
Right.
But I want to know why you're not mingling. So
this connection, like today being here, nothing is by accident, I think. So
wait, say that again.
Yeah.
Nothing is by accident,
Thank you.
right? We call it in and it comes. And so at some level we called Kimberly in, and here we are.
I love what you just said. And the thing that's interesting too is that I think that there's so many like opportunities that come our way. I believe actually dating is one big networking like system, but a lot of times we don't see the signals. And we're not seeing it until we're ready to see it. You know, like, because there are probably opportunities.
Which signal? Which signal? What signal are we talking
What
though?
signal?
Oh, every possible signal.
Well, I'm gonna
comfortable
actually,
now.
I'm gonna actually start with telling a story about what happened to my client, so you know what I'm talking about, and then I want to hear more about you. So, there was a client who, on our very first call together, she said, you know, Kim, I've tried everything. I know everybody in this town. There's no one for me. There's no quality men. And, you know, she was that was her story. And I believed her. And I do believe that your story is your reality, right? And so I said, here's the thing. I believe that you are not meeting your man right now. And we just got to figure out a couple things. And one is, I said, you got to change your approach. You got to change your perspective. You got to change your mindset, which I know you like do a lot of work on. And I said, I tell you what, before our first call, I want you to take the same route to work. And this time, I want you to open your eyes. I want you to put a different pair of glasses on, like metaphorically. I call it the dating matrix, you know, like the Matrix.
Oh, yeah, we were just talking about
we know the Matrix.
The Matrix. And so it's like the
dating
same world, but we're seeing it in a different lens, right? And so she's like, Kim, I take this route every day. I know everybody. I said, I believe you. I said, but just do me a favor. You paid me all this money. You might as well just do what I say. And so she said, okay. So she comes back to my coaching session a week later, and she said, Kim, do you have a voodoo doll? I said, I don't have a voodoo doll. She's like, okay, you're freaking me out. I said, what happened? She said, well, I did what you said. I took the same route to work. And I'm walking, and all of a sudden, I see this gentleman, and he's sitting on the bench. And before I knew it, I see that he's looking at me. And then I see him, and all of a sudden, we're talking. Kim, after talking to him, all of a sudden, like, I have a date with him. Kim, I went on a date with him. I really like him. And that guy ended up being her boyfriend, her long-term love.
The chills.
And it was because she opened her eyes. And maybe she would have passed him, and she's passed him a zillion times, but she was ready to see it. So that's, I guess, what I meant by, like, nothing I think is a mistake. I think we have to be intentional in the way that we look at things.
Oh my gosh, we were just talking about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love this. This is all syncing up for us.
Yeah. Well, and it's kind of ironic that, like, we're all helpers, right? And I think sometimes helpers do have more challenges with dating. And I throw myself, my audience knows I throw myself under the bus all the time. Like, I was the worst because I'm a therapist. And so I was like dating like a therapist. It was the worst. Like, so.
On the couch?
Yeah.
Like,
I would
come
sit on the couch.
Let me talk to you for 20 minutes.
He's like, this couch does not mean that to me.
It was the worst. And not only that, so who did I attract? But a lot of narcissists, because I was such a good listener. I was such a helper.
I get that.
Yeah. So that was my journey and story.
Some truth bombs here.
Yeah. So what are some truth bombs going on for you right now?
Ooh, wow. Okay. Eden, you don't get to talk during my time.
I feel like we should set a timer and like we can pass the baton.
No.
Okay. So you have.
Okay. Ready?
Because Eden's got a lot to say about my situation. So, and some of it very helpful. All of it very true. So, I guess one of the truth bombs I have is, and I have just recently recognize this, and again, we are helpers. I'm a coach. I coach people through so many things, but everybody needs a coach. A coach needs a coach. You know, we just all need help navigating life. And I have a daughter, and she's amazing. She's 13 years old. She's fantastic. Anytime somebody asks me about going out or having a date or anything like that, I say, well, I got to take care of my kid. I got to take care of my daughter. And I realized because she doesn't need me so much anymore, I've been hiding behind her. I've been using her as an excuse not to put myself out there. 100%. Like I have really, that's a truth bomb. That's a heavy truth bomb right there. I mean, for years and years and years, like 6 years.
What's hard? What's hard about putting yourself out there?
Ooh, okay. Rejection. Clear, simple rejection. I don't want, it's like, pay attention to me if you really want to pay attention to me. But don't pay attention, don't go out of your way. Like, I don't want to put you out. Like, don't ask me to dinner because you feel like you should. Like, ask me to dinner if you really want to. Like, it's so muddled up. And it's so messed up because this, and I'll be honest with you guys, as a mindfulness teacher and all this stuff, this is a part of my life that I have just, I've that closet where you just close the door and you open very rarely to just get what you need out of there and then close the door again. That's what romantic relationships are for me. I've been running from it. I've been hiding from it. I'm 51 years old and, I don't know how much longer I want to really run or hide from that.
She's on the couch now.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that you're even open to this process is awesome. Like, I mean, you're in some ways you're hiding, but here you are now exposing in some ways.
Right. Because I know the steps it takes to heal something. I know what those steps are. So I know that this is a safe and a good and a great place to be, and trusting warm people and people that speak my language. I know all those things. Does that mean that I don't have apprehension or fear about maybe what comes after this conversation? Absolutely not. I feel all those things, but I'm taking the leap, right? I'm taking the step. I'll deal with that part. I'm going to live in day-tight compartments, moment to moment. This is the moment we're having right now. Share, be authentic, see what comes for the next moment. But those are my truth bombs, really. I think I've been hiding, and I've been hiding because of the rejection thing.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Where's that coming from, that fear of rejection,
I do. And I think that we can all tag back to our very formative years, that like 0 to 7, what was that experience? What did our unconscious mind map for us and tell us what was the program that was laid down? And for me, I didn't have I didn't have parents for a little bit. My mom came back and, everything was wonderful. But by the time she came back, I was 7. So I'd already had this ingrained feeling that people are going to leave. And so I don't want to put anybody out, right? Don't hang out with me unless you really, really want to. And even if you did really, really want to, I'm probably going to question if you really, really want to, even though you're telling me you really, really want to. Like, I know that about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it sounds like beyond the rejection, it's also the fear of abandonment too. Like we have a lot of different fears that always kind of puts the guard up, right?
100%. Yeah. And even though I can intellectually tell you that I understand that.
Yeah.
And I know that even my mom didn't abandon me. Like I know that. She went and made a better world so she could put me in it. I know all that, but that underlying programming is so strong. It's so strong.
And it's your default button,
yes.
I call it. Because there's things that up here, but then the body reacts as the default button because it's what you know. And there's actually a term in psychology, it's called the Familiarity Principle, right? You probably know this, is that we all fall back to what we're familiar with, good, bad, or indifferent. And so it's like, oh, I know this, and so then you'll retreat.
Right, in an unconscious way.
Right.
Like you're not even clocking it and you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me what has been going on lately then with your dating life, in just like a practical sense. So we know we have these fears, but what are you trying? Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
0.
Oh.
Nada. Nothing. I don't know what she's doing because I'm not looking at her, but I know she's doing something. 0, goose egg, nothing, nada, zilch.
So when's the last time have you been on a date?
There's a signal she's not watching.
No, I'm watching. I see them. I pretend like I don't see them, but I see them. It's not for lack of getting asked out. It's not for lack of people trying.
Uh-huh.
It's me like I can make you 1,000,001 excuses.
And so it's easy.
You don't have the
She's doing like these like nonverbals over here. I'm
I
trying
know
to stay focused.
I know all about her nonverbals.
So you're hiding.
I'm hiding.
And dressed in black.
Always in black.
Always in
black.
black.
My closet's frightening. My neighbor came over to get something. She went in my closet and she was like, "Have you ever thought about color?
Yeah.
Or maybe upping the light wattage in here because it's so dark."
Black. So you're hiding and then the hair.
And
we both have the hair that we can hide, right?
So we were kind of talking
even your
about,
picture that we took, like you were like still a little like hiding.
I was hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not putting yourself out there at all then.
No.
Okay.
Can I tell you what I did do though?
Yeah, I'm sure we all want to hear that. Yeah.
I spent $5,000 and I went to a matchmaker. And I'm on your couch. It didn't work. And now it didn't work not because it was a bad matchmaker. It didn't work because I don't think they asked me half the questions you've just asked me in however many minutes.
Oh boy. Okay,
do you understand what I'm saying? They were like, "Here, let's fix the problem," and we don't know what the problem
Yeah.
is.
So I used to do matchmaking too, so I know that world. And here's the thing: what was so interesting is, to your point, is like people would come and it was like, oh, well, here are the poster children that will like it was Disneyland. Like, here's the magic answer, right? Pick amongst, the pictures. But the reality is the same patterns would creep up and people would still 100%. Do the same things. So then I started coaching on the side. This is kind of like where my business whole started. And the people who ended up finding love were the ones that coached with me. And they ended up finding people on their own, because of that. So that was interesting insight that you just had. Okay, so you tried a matchmaker.
So I tried a matchmaker. So I went on a total of 5 meetups or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Miserable. Like I was just trying to get through it.
So what was going on in your head, like when you were on the thing? Like what? I want to know the thoughts that were racing.
Okay, the thoughts. What?
Yeah.
The thoughts when I was on my date.
Yes.
Okay, so one of them,
I think there's information she knows.
One of them I met. I just been snowboarding in Big Bear, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this. This was like my get it done, because I'm a real get it done person. And I'm driving home from Big Bear, pulling up in the driveway. My daughter's dad is grabbing her. I'm running in the house, not even showering. It was like deodorant and fresh clothes. Back in the car, went and met this person. I sat at the minute I walked in. I was just zero traction, zero. So my mind immediately, my mind was like, how do I leave? Where is the exit? So I sit down and what do you want to eat? I'm thinking on the menu, what's quick? I'm not going to order lasagna because it's always an extra 20 minutes. I'm like, I'm just going to what? Like a salad? Like what's fast? I wasn't even thinking like that. And then we're having this conversation and I just, he's like, do you want something to drink? Would you like to order a drink? I don't really drink. But not only that, I didn't want to get into a drink because I didn't want to get into a drink and whatever. Anyway, I needed to get out of there fast. I was just looking for an exit.
Okay, wait. Just to be clear, when you say zero attraction,
Zero.
we're talking physically the way he looked.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about other things like his personality, or did you not even? Did you shut that down way down?
I thought it was interesting. He was working on some medical programming thing, and they flew him to California. Because I like smart. I really like smart. And so I thought that that was great, but it was dry and it was. I need to get out of there. Get out of there. Yeah.
Okay. You said something that was interesting, and then we're gonna get to Eden over. You can't.
Oh, this is so fun!
Yeah.
No, stay.
Yeah.
Eden's like, we're gonna fix this because I've been trying to fix this.
No, do it more.
now I lost my train of
Oh,
thought.
I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
I was
Okay,
on
so
to
I said
something.
something.
So,
You
you
said I
said
said
something. Right. You said something in the beginning where you're kind of a go-getter, right? And you like to get things done, and you're goal-oriented a little bit. Yeah. So I'm just wondering, like, how much does that show up also? When
You know what? You need to be quiet because your thoughts are killing me
She's
right now.
smiling. I can see in my.
Yeah, because we had this
I'm
conversation.
listening.
Okay, then shush. Okay, yeah. So how shows up where? How much
How
of that
does
shows up where? Where?
In the way that you date, in the way that you connect, in the way that you vet guys online or whatever.
Online? I've never met anyone online. I've never been a part of a dating app. It frightens me.
Yeah.
Frightens me.
Right.
I love them all.
She does. That's an interesting question, and I'm really glad you asked that question today. That's my go-to answer.
Because expansion.
When they ask me an uncomfortable question, I'll be like, "That's an interesting
That's an
question.
interesting
I'm so
question,
glad that
right.
you asked that." I had this conversation with Eden. Let's just say it because we actually just had this conversation this morning. If it's the right person, if I'm attracted to this person, I'm soft. If I'm not attracted to this person, I'm like running a company. Dinner,
Yeah.
I'm like I just, you know what I mean?
I
Like
do.
that, right?
I do know what you mean.
So
which is why I asked.
So
Yeah.
if it's not the right, like if there's no connection there, I am like, I'm doing the business. But if there's a little like connection there, then I can be soft.
Yeah. So this
did.
is
That was good.
Yeah,
You did.
yeah. This is, and are you in your head a lot? Do you get in your head?
I do get in my head, but I do practice that, because that's something that I've worked on for years, just through mindfulness, is coming out of that space. But absolutely, that's my programming. I go right to it, and then I'm like, okay, what do you have to do?
Right.
What are you thinking? Why are you thinking that? I go through I get curious about my thoughts.
Well, and if you think about it, those things like the busyness and the structure and the control and the goals, it's all control, right? Like, and so when things feel maybe not right, uncomfortable, not attractive, like you'll go to that because that's where like you can gain that sense of control when things are uncertain, right? And so I think what you're doing, a lot of what I'm hearing is
tell me.
You're doing a lot of like reactive instead of proactive dating.
Okay, but what are you talking about?
So
what is she talking about?
So what I mean by that,
I don't know if I'm gonna like this.
Well, because you said something. You said, if I like that person, or if this happens, then it's if.
Oh, the reactive.
If then.
Right. Okay.
Right. And I would love for you to practice and almost reverse engineer it and say it is, and just like be flirty and fun.
But what if I'm not attracted to that person?
So what? Play.
Exactly.
That's a problem
play.
for me.
It's an exercise.
So what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could lead
by
somebody on.
And what's really bad about leading someone on?
Then I'm just gonna have to have an uncomfortable conversation where it's like, hey, goodbye.
But you're already uncomfortable. You're already there. So
Yeah, but it's like it's work to be flirty. If there's nothing there, it's like it's work. Like why do I have to tap into that?
Work, energy. You're flirtish. You're goddess. You're feminine being.
Yeah, but
so this is the conversation I have with so many people as they're having their little sidebar over there. No, because I do flirt workshops, y'all. You
count me in. You do not need a flirt workshop.
Well, I want to go be a part
She could teach that flirt workshop.
So, because I think this is part of your guard. It's hiding behind with not being flirty.
But I don't want to be flirty with somebody that's not cute. Like if it's Brad Pitt, then I'll be flirty.
Will you?
I would flirt with him. 100%.
So Brad, if you're out there, like I want to bring him in and see if this is
Brad,
really gonna happen.
But I don't know. I think you're probably in a relationship with me.
But maybe he'll come and just flirt. He is an actor. Come play the part.
Yeah, if you're here. Well, no.
Oh, but then he might lead you on.
Exactly.
I don't care if he leads me on.
You should.
Then I should care if I'm leading somebody else on. You should think your thought through before you throw that at me.
So here's the thing. I work with men as well, and I've never had men tell me or have gone to the psych ward because a woman was like being playful with them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is
I'll tell you what they did.
This is your thinking.
So I have another dynamic. And I'm just going to throw this out there, and then we're going to spend some time with you.
No, please. I'm enjoying this.
No, I'm going to throw this out there because before I was a coach, I come from the business world and like a strategic planner for the Department of the Navy, into director, Vidal Sassoon, director Paul Mitchell, So I have been in a man's world. Graduate school, I was the only woman that graduated in my class with strategic planning. I was in a man's world, and I was conditioned in this space. And being in a man's world, there are cues that happen that you have to ignore, because if you don't ignore them, you're going to end down a path. Either you're not going to do business with them because you're going to be like, this person wants this and I want the business. You're either not going to do business with them, or you're going to have to something's going to crumble. So I was trained to put the blinders on. So when somebody called me legs, or somebody gave me a real a nice compliment, I was trained to put the blinders on with those. So that's kind of part of my programming as well. So
really important to know. Yeah. No, I'm glad you shared that. And how many of you listening can relate? Because I'm seeing some people say, "Oh my God, me too, me too." Like this is a really common thing, and especially with that programming. And
I can't relate.
Okay, so we're gonna get to Eden in a second, but that's the thing, is that it's part of you letting go. Mm-hmm. It's like, what if you shook that kind of energy, the masculine energy, the taskmaster, the overthinking, like that's all in the left brain too. And what we know about love and relationships, it actually happens in the right brain. It's more in the body, it's the feeling, right? And I think that the other stuff that's going on has created that shield, as well as the clothes and even your body language. Right. Like you'll kind of like, prove it to me, or I will only give you this if. It's like that conditional thing that's going on. And I think I'll give you a little homework to send you anyway. Do y'all want her back and these ladies back to see like what happens? Like, I think it'd be really fun to give you guys. So
bring her back.
Yeah,
I'm coming back. Bring her back.
It would be. I mean, if you're willing to, like, that would be.
Listen,
of course,
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
You're gonna make her go on a date between now and then.
Can you imagine?
She lives in San Diego, so she has to come back to my house, and this is gonna be fun.
You live in San Diego?
She's here though.
Okay.
I'm here once a week because I am on Sway TV Live.
Sway. Okay, so number 1, I want you wearing more color.
Yes.
And I want you going throughout the date. For instance, something red would be really amazing on you.
So too much, too far.
Nope, I have a perfect red thing for you to wear tomorrow.
No, I'm telling you right now.
Nope,
it's too far.
Too far.
I will go gray.
Would you do a red lip?
We just talked about this, and she said, "No,
I swear I did not. No, I did not talk to.
Yeah, we just
because you would look.
Thank you.
Okay, can I tell you a little story about red?
I
call it the magic red bullet.
Yes.
There was a woman that I worked with. True story. I don't even know if she's on here. I worked with her long ago, and she had the same coloring as you. Exactly. You almost could be like her sister. And she...
Mocha goddess.
Yeah, she's gorgeous, just like you. Very, like, exotic looking. But she always wore... Now, when I first met her, she's like, Kim, my clothes are fine. Like, I just want you to teach me, like, how to attract a guy and all this. I said, that's great, but let's meet first. Let's start from scratch. So she shows up, and she was, all black, and her clothes were a little bit bigger on her, and you look great in black. It's not that it's wrong. It's just, given what you said, it would be a good tool for you to learn to be comfortable being seen, and color is a way to be seen. And guys are highly attracted to red. Highly attracted to red. It's like bees to honey. So anyway, not only that, she had a shawl wrapped around her body. I kid you not. And she's like, no, my clothes are fine. I said, you realize you're this is a shield. You're walking around with a cloth around you.
Right.
and you're all in black. I said, I want you to wear a red lipstick for a week and then come back to me.
Yes.
That's all. And for you too. Like, I don't know when you can come back, but
I'm back next week.
But listen to what
She's here
happened
all
to her.
Actually, I'm here all week.
Oh, you are?
I'm going to go home Thursday.
Okay, so we'll have to talk. Okay, so, well, what happened to her is that obviously this was pre-COVID, so it's hard with the masks. That's the only problem with the red thing. But for her, she's like, oh my God, that magic red bullet. She said, I wore it in Uber and I wore it on the train, and she was in San Francisco. I wore it all. She's like, and guys were just like coming up to me and they were talking to me, and then suddenly she found herself talking to them, and it was just this thing.
I think that I need like some,
a red lipstick.
No, I need some deep therapy with you, because it's not that they're not asking me out. It happens daily. It happens all the time.
Okay.
It's me think.
She doesn't even flirt with the idea.
Sometimes it's like my daughter's like, Mom, seriously.
But the color would be a cab light for you. It would give a signal that you're open.
And red nails, Rosalinda
no,
says.
No, Rosalinda.
It
hold
could
on
be
a minute,
something. Okay,
Rosalinda.
can we at least pick something that you're willing to wear that would be color? You get to choose. We named a couple things.
And it can't be your underwear or bra.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fair, because then we can't.
You know that's all black.
Well, then maybe it could be.
You know what? I will try the red lip.
Okay.
I'll try the red lip.
For how long?
But the mask is on. I forgot about the mask.
Okay. I will try a
red shirt.
Every day?
Yes.
You can wear black every day, but can you wear red every day?
It's just a challenge. I'm giving you a challenge.
Ooh.
Could you just do a challenge?
Red mask. Somebody said red mask. Don't talk about it.
You got nails.
Okay.
You've got shirts. You don't want to wear red pants. I wear these taut red boots.
Yeah, what about red pants, though? What's wrong with red pants? The cute little, like, dark, it could be like a darker red.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let's go back to the shirt.
Red shoes.
I do have great
red shoes.
I have red shoes. Yes.
Okay,
I
red
wear
shoes.
Are they here? Or you're going to have to wear mine?
No, but I have
We
red
can
shoes.
select.
Oh, she's talking about her Nikes.
Oh, no. Red boots. Okay, red boots. Could you do
Gonna have to
little,
wear
like, red
mine.
boots? Do you have?
Yes, I do. If you promise to take care of them and wear them with all
okay,
love.
I will wear something red. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to think about what I could wear red that I would be comfortable in. And then you can talk to Eden, and then I will come back to you by the end of the show about what the red is.
Your prescription, doctor?
It is. This is part of my prescription, because we have to work a little bit on the outside stuff, just to be seen a little bit, and you getting more open. The second thing is your nonverbal. I want you to make eye contact with people, and
I'm making eye contact with you, Kimberly.
What about men?
I'm making eye contact with producer Andy.
Yeah, but he's safe, and then the circle and the camera's safe. I'm talking about real life, like in the market.
No, because then the minute I make eye contact, then
I'm talking about in the market.
You're saying no to Kimberly?
And have a conversation.
I'm saying yes to Kimberly. You misunderstood.
And I want you just to strike up a conversation. Like, make eye contact. Red shoes.
I'm ready to.
I'm not taking it yet.
This is red shoes, eye contact, and saying hi in the store, at the coffee shop, and just.
I will go places where men are.
And okay, so.
For you to talk to them.
I want to leave you with the definition of flirting, and this is going to switch your mindset. It's to behave as though you are attracted to someone without the serious intention of an outcome.
Oh my God, the story of my life!
Do you hear?
Okay,
right.
wait a minute.
Yes,
Let me tell you this. Opposites of the spectrum.
Right, and we're gonna do we have time for Eden to go on the couch? Okay. So, and Deirdre, if you're there listening, we're gonna get
to pass
you
the baton.
And so, your job is to not get attached to the outcome. We don't care what happens after that.
So,
it's just to be, and just to play.
I can do that.
That's it. And we'll do
flirting.
it in baby
Be
steps.
flirting.
Yeah.
But do you think if I flirt, somebody's going to be like, oh, she thinks she's all that?
Where is that coming
cares?
from? Yeah.
I don't know. You and I need a deep couch session.
Yeah.
Can I give you
I'm
my number?
scratching the surface.
Come
here,
over.
but, yeah.
Come over tonight.
There's lots of pasta at our house.
Yeah. Oh.
No, I hear.
Don't pass this. She's passing.
No, listen, no, but I absolutely hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
It resonates with me whether I like to hear it or not. I am hearing it.
Are
I'm
you going to do
absolutely
what
hearing
she's
it.
telling you to do?
I'm going to consider the things that she said, and before she's done talking to you, I'm going to let her know what my commitment is.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Are we good with that?
I love that.
Okay.
I do. And the thing that is, and I heard you talking on your show about this, which I also believe, is it's doing little things for
Yes.
short periods of time that will give you that confidence and the validation to then go to the next step. And maybe we work on your online profile after this, and maybe we get you a date. Like, I don't know.
Yes!
But we're going to go in like very like chunkable
Okay.
steps. And I think you have a good wing girl over here. I'm just guessing that
Listen, I went to Africa with her. I thought she was going to like kick me out of the cab and be like, I'll be back in 3 hours. I want you to find a date.
So
flirting. Hey.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Yes?
Yes. And yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then, I've never done an online thing. So, let's work up to making that happen and just seeing what happens.
And just happen, like, without getting attached to the outcome. We're not caring who
I don't care who I crush.
Right. Be a guy crusher.
Yes.
Be a guy crusher.
Yes. I'm a dude.
And own it.
Yes. Thank you.
Not a dude. No, that's too masculine.
Oh, oops.
No, we're working
I'm
on
a
being
dude.
feminine and saying, no, I am a man crusher and I love it.
I'm a man crusher and I love it.
And you could say it as you're twirling your hair, because you know how to twirl your hair. You told me. You told me you twirl your hair.
But then I have to be weak, and that's okay.
Okay, so
Okay,
that's another
I know,
limiting belief.
Exactly.
That being in your feminine is weak, and that's something that
Kimberly
is a
just
block.
called me out on live TV.
So we're gonna definitely have you back.
Okay, yeah.
But you're committed to the small 3 steps.
Tell her again.
Red shoes, eye contact.
No Nikes.
And
saying
saying
hi.
hi. I mean,
Wait till you see me tomorrow, Andy. Producer Andy's going to see me tomorrow and be like, hi.
No. He's safe, not Andy.
I don't have to practice on Andy because he's safe.
No, that's not the point.
Okay. All right. I think you have the
Okay,
baton.
baton to Miss Eden.
Get ready, people.
So clearly Eden doesn't have a problem flirting. I can totally tell this.
Mm-hmm.
And you're very comfortable in your skin, your body. You connect with people like instantly. Like it's like it's interesting. The two of you it's like yin and yang, which is probably why it works, but tell me what's showing up for you. Like, what's hard about dating right now?
Hard about dating right now. Well, I find, because I meet a lot of people online, and I bring them in, or we bring each other in, and I get into conversations, and I go deep, and I get to know them, and I'm listening, and I'm there. But then it turned, because then something that I'm very open brings in this, I'm just going to say, this weak man who dumps it all on me, which is kind of what I asked for. But then I'm sort of here and he's here, and then I'm like, oh, God. But if I'm really attracted to him and we end up meeting, then something physical most likely will happen. And when I'm done, I'm done. Lose my number, we're done.
Okay. So
I feel like they have to find a way to keep me on my toes, to keep me interested, to sort of let the Gemini in me like explore, but you're going to let me go. You're going to pull me back a little bit. There's all these levels of things, and I just can't find someone like that. But then if someone's really there and really open and really intimate, and there is this sexual attraction, I get scared.
You get scared.
And my walls come up, and I have to, yes, the more vulnerable I get, and if there's an intimacy there, I have a tagline that says, you turn this over, it says, the quickest way to lose me is to be sexually involved with me.
Okay.
Because I'll go there and dive in, and then you're out. But if we get intimate, emotionally intimate and involved, and then the sexual intimacy happens. So I actually met someone in a kitchen and at my ex-husband's house and a friend of his, and I had said the tagline and he bit it, held it, and kept his distance, and yet there was a deep, beautiful connection. But I gave him the warning.
What was the warning?
Get to know me and be really present and let's find this love before intimacy, because if the intimate part, if I take you home, you're out, we're done.
So what's that attached to? Like, where's that coming from?
Disattachment?
Yeah.
I'm really good at it.
Right.
It's
and is that
scary.
coming from the past that you're like, are you aware of that?
Oh yeah, I'm 8 years sober. So when I stopped drinking prior, and I had relationship, husband, kids, divorce, sobriety. I've been single for 8 years.
Okay.
So in really getting to know me and being vulnerable with others, and especially a man, where all this, because my biggest fear in getting sober was, and stopping drinking was actually, oh my God, I have to kiss someone. I have to be physical. I have to really learn to do this dance without alcohol. How am I going to do that? And then I realized, oh, this is easy. I can do this dance, but then you're asking me to show my real vulnerability, my heart, without it. So, right, take away the alcohol, my heart, and the flirty, all that's there. It's either one or the other. But to do both without alcohol has been very hard. But I'm much better now. I've sort of just been really getting open and healing myself and learning to play again, and all these things are coming back naturally. And I'm slowing down in the process of this online dating. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to push back, because I used to go full force, fast, bring you in. I'm gonna da-da-da-da, and you're out.
Right. Got it. And I also, I like, you feel like a feeler. Like, you're very drawn to a feeling of some sort. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, and it's a beautiful thing. It's very overwhelming because I'm not used to it. So when it starts to go there, I start to choke up, and then Eden gets like smothered, and then when that happens, it has to all end. It has to stop, or I'm gonna explode, or something's gonna happen. But he has to go away, and I will make sure of it.
What has happened in the past when you did get close with someone?
Well, you mean with alcohol?
With alcohol, without?
With alcohol, it was great. I could just drink, and this whole new person would come out, and craziness would happen. Great, fun, drama, and you name it, we go. Without alcohol, I either push out of fear, or I'd friend zone them.
Yeah. So, it's interesting because, like, you talked about fear of abandonment and fear of rejection, and it sounds like for you it's like fear of intimacy, like in some way, shape, or form. It's like, and I almost hear this like tug of war in your head. It's like you want it, but you also fear it, and so you're at this constant thing, right? And also on top of it, the alcohol allowed you to feel. To be carefree, right? And some of the other stuff that you did was to feel. And so you're learning now that you're enough just to who you are. And separate from all that other stuff. And I think that's your journey, is that you're learning who you are, and that people like you for you, and not the party girl and all the other costumes that you wore.
I don't even like that. So that plays another part, as far as from the outside. You said how we make ourselves. So I was very much like, I can do the flirty and put on the outfits and the heels. And then I had an experience in my life where the show that took place in for a year, just really the hair, the makeup, the shoes, the this, the
Yeah.
that. And I was like, no. So if there's a man that likes that, I'm always like, if you don't take me in my hoodie and my sweats and my tennis shoes with my hair on top of my head, and they're like, oh my God, that's so sexy. I'm like, oh, maybe he's the one for me. Otherwise, I'm like, we can't do it. I can't do it. I can't put on the whole to-do part to win you over for me to just go back to being comfortable in my sweats and hoodie. I
Yeah.
want to be me and feel safe. And of course, I know how to, dress up and play.
Oh yeah. No, and that's clear. And I think I call it the pendulum effect. Like sometimes we're over here, right? And then we'll
Right.
go all the way over here because you don't want to go back over here. But really what it's about is it's that middle part, and it's creating that balance for yourself. And for you, it sounds like creating boundaries and pacing is going to be crucial in the way that you get to
100%.
know these
Right.
guys and just really pay attention to who likes you for you, who's listening to you. But it's on you to share things so that you're open.
Yeah.
So that they feel you and you're paying attention to who cares, because it sounds like you're really good at making other people feel good and hooking them in, and then that's when that whole thing starts.
So we used to call me the Black Widow. And they'd get tangled in the web. And I would just love, and I would have it all, and then
Yeah, and then you spit them out and send them on their way because
and
it was
it's
too
haha
scary.
funny joke, but not.
Yeah. Was there a certain type of guys that you kept attracting with that too? With the way you were before?
No, I feel like it was all fun all across the board. A lot of actor, edgy, creative, sexy, flirty. Yeah, let's go. Let's all pick up and go somewhere. Like out of town. Yeah, sort of fly by the. Which now I don't. I want stable.
I was gonna say. So what do you want now?
Someone stable and can
Yeah.
connect and be present, like how I am with my girls. Like
Yeah.
I want that, and then the laughter and the talking, and I want to be able to go deep and rip it open and talk about it, feel it.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. And then I do realize I have many different hats. So depending on what I'm wearing, like that strong woman, I'm like, are men scared of me? Do I scare you? Like, because I am a single mom and have, had businesses and just, I don't want to say successful, or maybe because I am the daughter of an icon. Is that scary? I don't know. I'm really just a simple, let me take off my shoes, hippie, free love and happy kind of girl. But I guess I've had to sort of stand my own ground for a while now, because I lost my father, got sober, and lost that relationship all at the same time. So I had to be my own man, kind of.
Yeah.
So I had to sort of, up until now, figure out what that feminine role is really and get soft.
Yes. And that you can do that without the physical piece. Like you can
Yes,
still...
that was a huge part. And yes, thank you. Yes.
And allow, and really, because what femininity is about, this pertains to what you and I were talking about, it's about receiving. Like how can we allow somebody to give to us? Because when we've been scared and we're used to doing everything, and will you even like me for who I am, and all those like things that fire right in your head, then you have to say at some point, well, am I allowing space and time to receive?
No, yes, but no, I'm not.
Right.
Right.
And so I think that's your journey. I think it's allowing people or men to give to you and to really earn you. To really earn you.
What does that look like?
I call it like the queen bee dating. My
Can
tribe.
Can I do that too?
Yes. Yeah, but you still have to the red lipstick.
Oh, you guys, thank you.
Yeah.
They're just
Hearts.
beautiful and
Look at
sweet.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, and this is so common, I think, and again, it's like when we've had so much past hurt and experiences, it's just when our guard goes up.
Yeah, I don't like that wall. It's a steel wall, and there's like 10 of them, and I'm like, ah! Like I had a relationship. He's a songwriter, and I'll always go back to that because he wrote after we split up, and it was a big relationship. A song called Checkmate. And he checked me at the end, and he was like, as if you kept putting your walls up, and I kept thinking I could get around them, but you're gonna lose. And you know, I learned so much. I didn't lose. It was a huge lesson, but I always go back to that. Like, if I do that at the end of the game, and I don't even play chess, but I will be your checkmate. Bye. I'm obviously we all not obvious, but when we put those walls up and we distance ourselves.
Well, and you see your walls are manifesting in different ways, but
and I'm really comfortable in my
in your little castle, right? Like you have
built some more walls.
I'm not.
But yeah, so it's like you have to, and I'm not saying take all the armor off because the armor's protecting you in some ways, but you could put the shield down and you could put the sword down and like slowly allow a guy to really feel you and see you. And so let's talk about homework intangibles for you.
Okay.
The
my
guys,
heart's pounding.
right? Like the guys that you're dating now, because it sounds like you're online and you're doing your thing. Like
they're actually really wonderful and kind and slow and talking and there's one in particular, and it's like I even told you, it's like whoa, whenever we check in and we sort of say hi, and it's what it should look like, I think.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay. So what are some things that you would want like help with at this juncture? Like it sounds like you're getting something different going on.
Yes, and so I'm getting it different and I'm letting it be really slow, but I think the lack of maybe engagement, because I'm like, oh, this feels really nice. I'm just going to let this sort of, which is great, but I'm not being proactive-ish.
Like meaning like showing interest and responsive?
No, I am. No, maybe this is exactly how it should be, and I'm doing the right thing. I just have never really done it like that, so it's beautiful.
It's awesome.
And it's slow, and oh my God, this is a really hard thing for me.
Yeah, what's coming up right now?
47 years of like fear and being single, and even when I was in a relationship being single, you know, with someone but not really with them. And really just wanting to like be loved and love someone, but for who I really am, and not hiding behind alcohol or physical things, or you know, just being me and feeling safe. And because everywhere I'm at right now in life, obviously this is coming up because everything else is coming out in an amazing way. I mean, this is what I could ask for right now for this to happen. So thank you, because I'm done with that. I'm done. I don't need to use this to get anything, and I don't need to do anything but just to show up and be me, and within that but so navigating and finding that space is, I mean, you tell me, I'll do it.
I love that you're just feeling this right now, and what's coming up for me, for you, is just like you're good enough. Like I think, and especially, and I find this to be true a lot of times with people who have been in the limelight, or you know, I know your dad and stuff like that, is that you're always in that light, you know, and it's like you just want to be loved for you. I mean, that's really, at the end of the day, we all want that, you know? And I think allowing that. And I mean, to the extent also where you're just like, and I do an exercise with my clients around just that self-love, is just like reminding yourself every single day of how awesome you are, and not for what you do, and not for who you are or your name, but like who you are as a person. So like, what are 3 things you love about yourself as your personality? 3 things you love about yourself of what you give in a relationship. 3 things you love about yourself, you know, on the outside. Like all those things that make up you, but not for what you can do for someone or for who you are as the person.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like I'm doing that. I feel like I'm
sounds
really
like
She's on a
trying
really good journey, and I think this is kind of confirmation and a reinforcement that this is the right avenue to take.
I feel like maybe when it comes up to be able to work with you, and because this is a lot, I feel it.
Yeah.
Like my hands sort of
The rain out hands.
it's going like and not processing it too much mindfully, but letting it up and out and working on those, things like I got in the mirror and I'm like, he's not gonna love me because of my brown spots, like it's ridiculous, but it's real.
Yeah, it's real.
Or, I love to be physical for so many different reasons, but it's been so long, my relationship with food and how I look if I indulge because I have to protect myself, I'll push him away.
Yeah.
But the more I exercise or, control my eating and eat healthy, be mindful about it, I can have a better relationship with him. But then I'll pick something else. Well, I'm not good enough here or pretty enough here or all the nonsense, but it's real.
It's so real.
Yeah.
And when you're able to just be present with who you are and not worried about, oh my God, is this good enough? Or how do I look and all that? It'll also not only make you more present, but more connected with that person that you'll end up with, because you'll know that you're good enough. It's just, and you're so connected with that person.
Right.
Because all those things bring you in your head.
Right. And
Different
you're not-
from you. There's different things going
Yeah.
on. But for you, then you're just firing off, and you're not really present. It's a facade. It's the person. And I call it, there's actually, I did a whole podcast on this. I call it shape shifting. You can shape shift into whatever that person wants to see.
Right.
And,
Right.
And that's so exhausting.
It's exhausting. It's absolutely
exhausting.
I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. So I'll go the other way. And if you don't like me in my sweats and my hoodie,
that's right.
I mean, I will cover my brown spots. But
That's about it.
And we have some great products for that, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which we'll get to in a bit.
Yeah.
Stay tuned after the commercial. But yeah, I love the journey that you're on, and I think you should continue. And this is what I tell my ladies in my Love Academy. They know this, is that I call it data dating. You're collecting data on how you feel. Not of how you show up, or did I get the guy and did I do this right? It's wait a second. After this date, I want you to journal how you felt.
So after a texting date,
any significant,
phone call.
Yes, any significant interaction. These days we're doing a lot of Zoom dating, but a significant interaction, I want you to take out that journal and be like, wait a second, how did I feel?
What about prior? Because that's where a lot of the feelings come up, is the getting ready, the masking, the putting together. I don't want to wear those shoes, but I have to for him. I remember I was wearing heels and we were going to dinner, and I was like, I actually texted him, are you okay with me in my tennis shoes? And he goes, are you kidding? If you wear heels, da da da. I was like, oh my God, thank you. I almost showed up in my sweats and my hoodie and tennis. He's like, if you would have, I would have loved you. I was like, this is possible.
Yeah.
So that whole anxiety and mess of not being true to myself, but actually confirming it with him was amazing. So can I do the pre-journaling?
Yes.
The pre-game
pre, and you can even do during. You can go to the bathroom.
Kimmy.
Believe me, a lot of my clients text me while they're on a date. They're like, what would Kimmy do? So the thing that is really good for you, and it relates to actually what we're talking about, because I always talk to women about getting date ready and the prep. For some women, they don't do anything and they don't care. They just go up and I don't care. If he doesn't like me, for me, then F him,
Right.
Amazing they don't care.
Right, yeah, exactly. But at the same time, that's also a shield.
Right,
That's on the other end.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
But for you, it's almost the opposite. You know how to get dressed up. You know that. But I want this time for you to do it for you, and not what you think he wants of you. It's wait, ooh, this looks pretty. This is what I want to wear. I look hot. I feel hot. Just do it for you.
Okay, I can do that.
And, you know, I mean, there's a lot of other like homework that I would probably give you along the way. But I think right now your journey is just feeling, but your feelings, not his. I don't care about how he's doing because you're going to give him a great date. I know that. I care about you and what you're feeling in those dates. And you said these are good guys. Like, how does he treat you? Is he listening to you? But you got to also share. Don't give him what he wants. Just share things that are happening that's real and see how he shows up.
Oof. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm all.
And that's Kimmy's love. Huh? No, just kidding.
No, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty
you.
awesome. And
You're
I
so
think, you know, for Eden and I, when we talk about tennis shoes and sweatshirts and whatever, you know, I've been years and years in 3.5-inch heels and Gucci suits. So I've gone the other way completely. In the last 6 years, I've gone the other way because it's exhausting. I've gone from flat ironing my hair and coloring my hair and having everything done, full makeup. I don't even wear a foundation anymore. Like, I've gone
the pendulum.
I went all the other way, and all that stuff is still sitting in my closet. And when I go in, I choose my Converse, and I choose my jeans, and I choose my sweatshirt. And I would love if somebody saw that. Yeah. You know, we share that about, you know, together. We share that thing. We know how to put it on. Yes. And I love what you just said. Put it on for me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
resonates. Put it on for me, and if that resonates with them, great. And if it doesn't,
he's not your guy. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like,
because when you said red lipstick, I'll tell you, it put me in a space of, well, now she's going to put me back into 3.5-inch heels, back into the Gucci skirt, but you know, back into the thing. And it's like, I have those things, and I will wear those things, but I don't want to have to.
Exactly. And my assignment for you has to do with the pendulum, because you've gone all the way over here.
have.
I want just that one item to kind of get you more to the middle, just to bring you back so they it's more balanced. Because there's a protection with that. Like, I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to hide. Right. And you better like me for how I am, you know, kind of thing. Yeah. And the thing that's really, I think, interesting about just even this conversation is, like, I'm about to bring my client on who was the opposite. Like, she didn't know how to get, you know, all dressed up and dress for her body type, and like helping her get into her feminine. But at the end of the day, the message is always the same. It's when you love you and you look in the mirror and you feel sexy, that's when men love you too.
Even if you're in your hoodie and sweats
oh my
and
God,
leggings
in fact,
and
they
tennis shoes,
love
they're
it. Are you kidding me? Like, men tell me all the time they love a girl who can be like,
like
cute
that.
and
I like
comfy
that.
and natural, but then get dressed up. And
Yeah.
look, we like that in a man too. Like, it's so hot
Oh
when they're in
my
a
God,
tuxedo.
yes.
And then, but then they're sporting like jeans and
or jeans and a t-shirt.
It's
or
versatility. It's So that's, I guess, the message is just like allow that versatility in yourself, but you're doing it for yourself, and the right man will love that about you, both of you.
Thank you so much
I so appreciate your time
letting
today.
me share.
Thank you. I've got so many good things to chew on. You know, Eden and I are gonna, but Eden and I actually have a backup plan if the man thing doesn't work out. We're just gonna like buy a huge piece of property.
And just community live.
Community live. We're just going to live out our days.
I love it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We're just like adopt a bunch of dogs. And
I do like some eye candy.
Yeah, you could have eye candy.
She's beautiful, but I like to I don't know, even TikTok works. I'm like, he is so good looking.
Hey, a lot of guys and girls are like, that's how they're meeting now. TikTok, IG, like you.
Oh, definitely. TikTok is. I can't find my age.
I did get a message on my Instagram, and
someone slid into your
somebody
DMs.
said that they want to marry me, and then I said, Eden, look at this.
Oh.
And she goes,
he said that to me too.
Wait a minute. And she goes, and it was word for word. I kid you not. And even the punctuation, it was word for word. Like, it cut and pasted this message. And I said,
He's
I'm
obviously
done.
doing that.
I'm done.
But I told her not to let it, push her back on that side.
Yeah, on the other side.
I was like, wait a minute.
Thank you, because I have a lot of energy around this, and so I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna let it out tonight.
Marinate, let it out tonight.
And we can do this again.
Please. Yes. Yeah, you guys will come back. Do y'all want to see them back? I'm sure. Like, you captured a lot of people, and I know a lot of people were relating to what you were saying.
Good. I hope so.
It's so common, like what we're all struggling with. You know, it's like we're not alone. And
Yeah.
that's why I love that you guys shared this, because
Yeah.
your
Yes,
journey is their
thank
journey.
you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And thank you
Thank all
guys
of
for
you.
allowing us to be here and holding space for my emotional outpour, because it's in me right now. So you're gonna have to deal with it tonight.
We're gonna have it over
You guys
pasta.
have each other. Yeah. I'm sorry I can't
Pasta
join
too.
you.
We'll
I
eat
haven't
for
been in like
you.
45 minutes.
I know, but
Yeah.
another time.
Enjoy.
Okay, another time for sure.
I don't know what's going on this week. We're gonna get you over to the house.
Okay.
Get you over to the house this week.
Sounds
Thank you.
good.
Thank
Oh,
you.
you're
Thank you. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Okay.
Have so much fun. It's Deirdre, right?
Yes, Deirdre is going to be on in a
have
second.
fun.
We're going to take a...
And I see you. You look beautiful, by the way.
Because she knows about the color. Do you see the,
Yes,
do you see
I
the
see
color
it.
going on? And
Deirdre, I see you, and you are beautiful.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
get it.
we're gonna let you do
Okay,
your
love
thing.
you ladies. Oh.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're going to
I
make me
can't
cry
reach you.
now.
but-
Okay, so we're gonna take a quick commercial break because Andy said we could do a commercial, and I'm gonna get quickly set up here for bringing on Miss Deirdre, who is a client, special woman of mine. We will be right back after these messages. Hello, everyone. We are back. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know how you all are feeling, but that was amazing, right? For those of you who are watching before this, we had the amazing Eden and Michelle come, and we really went on the couch here at Sway TV. You know, I didn't know how deep we were gonna go, and I was just so happy that they were able to be vulnerable and talk about the real issues that are going on, because, you know, at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. This is why I'm so blessed to be here on Amazon Live with Sway TV to share, to inspire, to motivate all of you and know that you're not alone. Right? I mean, this is why we're all here in some way, shape, or form in a community. I mean, whether you're here at Sway TV, maybe you join my community over at Facebook. It's the Love Makeover Insiders. You can follow me on Instagram at Kimmy Seltzer. It's all about a community and a tribe, because when you have people that you can talk to, that can relate to, it makes the world smaller, and realize that you're not alone in this journey. And here's the other thing. When it comes to love and dating, and as we get older, we have more experiences, right? We have life that happens. And when we have those things happen to us, it shapes us in different ways. And so you never know how those experiences can come up. And as you were listening to the ladies and how they were sharing, you know, on the surface, it may just look like, oh, well, you know, I just never meet anybody, or there's no good guys out there, or however it shows up for you. But really, it's so much tied into things that we're all dealing with. It's fears, it's experiences, it's hurts of the past. And so what excites me is about getting strategies in place so that you break those patterns, that you break those barriers and those habits that we all have. I mean, we all have them. You heard me telling a zillion stories about my own experiences, and I've had to break barriers. So with that, it was really interesting also hearing their perspective of the ladies, how now they almost want to make themselves under and ways to not show themselves. And the irony is that I originally planned the show to talk about dating makeovers, but whether you're trying to make yourself under or over, it all depends on you and where you're at in this journey and how you show up. Because again, I will reiterate, at the end of the day, this is all about you. And when you look in the mirror and you're feeling great and you're advertising yourself in a way so that it allows that potential match to get to know you, that's when all the magic happens. So I have someone who I want to bring on. I have alluded to her for this past hour. Deirdre's been awesome. She's been in the Zoom green room. But as she said in the commercial break, she's also been getting value out of this. Hello, Deirdre. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing well today.
Oh my God. And she's wearing, and I didn't even direct her to, she is wearing red, pinkish red. And because what I love seeing you like this, because when I first met you, this is not how you appeared. I will just say that. No, and she's shaking her head. No. So we have a lot to talk about. And I want to start out with maybe just having you introduce yourself and maybe just let everyone know, you know, a little bit of who you are. And before we met, like what your dating life was like.
Okay, so Deirdre, I live in San Antonio, Texas. And like the previous ladies, I'm in that same age range. So I'm 49. And I use the word non-existent, and that really is pretty close to true. So the dating life was non-existent. I was interested in dating. I was trying. I was, messing around on a couple of the apps, trying to see what I could do, but realized whatever I was doing was not doing anything. What I was doing obviously wasn't working. And so I encountered Kimmy actually on Facebook, encountered her Facebook group somehow. I don't even know. I probably searched for something and it popped up or whatever, as Google is wont to do for us these days. So, and did her flirt challenge in the fall and then started working with her after that.
You kind of summed it up by saying pretty much your dating life was non-existent, as you said. Yeah. And so, I mean, and again, like we all have different, journeys. And for you, it was that you didn't even know where to start. And like, just even thinking about going online and getting traction with your online profile, you weren't sure like why things weren't happening and whatnot. And so, yes, we connected. I think you did my flirt challenge, if I remember right, first, right? Yep. And then once you did that, then we hopped on a call together and you were off to the races. So what were some of the things that you remember us doing and working on, during our coaching together that started changing things for you?
So one of the main things, and I'm sure that's the reason why you have me here tonight, but what was definitely talking through body type and wardrobe, and what looks good on. I'll freely admit it. I was not dressing for the body type that I have. I didn't know what to do. I have always been large. And I use that word and I'm okay with that word. Even as a kid, I was a big kid. I grew tall and I grew very early. And so I'm almost 6 foot and I'm large. So when you combine those two things together, trying to figure out what do you wear, how do you find clothes that fit right, and really understanding more about my body, I took a lot of time early in life hiding it instead of showing it. And part of that was just a need to learn how to embrace who I am and who I was. But yeah, I think even when I met you and started working with you, I did wear color. So I was not an all black person. Even before, I wore color before, but I wore a lot of prints, and a lot of business looking clothes. That was kind of what I wore a lot, was the business type clothing, the prints, the big bell bottom pants, or the wide leg pants, the big caftan type dresses. So, for lack of a better term, but that's what I was wearing because that's what I thought I had to wear in the size range that I'm in. So.
You said something really important, and it's almost like a theme tonight. It's kind of like what the ladies were talking about in ways of hiding, like they were hiding for different reasons. And for you, and I remember talking to you about this, is that you were hiding because it was like this body confidence thing, and you weren't sure of how to put yourself out there and feel sexy, and it relates to everything we were talking about tonight. Like it's worrying so much about what other people think or feel rather than embracing what you have. And for you weren't even quite sure how to do that. And so the biggest thing, and especially when this is the exciting part that I love talking about clothes and why I wanted to bring Deirdre on today, because her dating life has exploded. I mean, you listen to her where she was not dating at all, okay? And we went through my virtual makeover that I have. And for those of you who are interested, you can definitely go to my website, kimmyseltzer.com. And I have information about it. You can get in touch with me. I'm also on Instagram at Kimmy Seltzer. And with that 1 hour session, we went through your body type, what clothes look good on you. And I remember you not really buying it that much. You're like, oh, okay, well, I don't know. I'm not so sure. But, I'm very scientific in the way I approach clothes because it's so important to understand your body type first before you put the clothes on. I mean, this is why a lot of people just get frustrated when they go to the department store, they try to shop online because, they look at what trends, or they look at the styles that are supposed to be, something that everyone should wear, that kind of thing. But that doesn't necessarily mean that looks good on your particular body type. And so, gosh, this woman here, Deirdre, I'll never forget too, when you shared with me your previous profile pictures, and then we did the virtual makeover, and I was teaching you a few things. And then when you started buying the clothes that I suggested and you were putting them in your virtual closet, I'm like, oh my God, like I was getting so excited for you. And then you had a photo shoot and OMG. Before we show the pictures, like, can you talk a little bit about that whole process? Like what was going through your mind? Like, were you starting to buy into yourself, I guess is my biggest question.
Yeah, and I think that's really what it was, right? I think there was, of course, there's hesitancy at first, but then I tried to tell myself, look, this is a woman who has helped lots of other people. During the flirt challenge, you had showed us pictures of other people that you had taken from, you know, being mousy to being drop dead gorgeous, you know, and not that they weren't beautiful when they were mousy, but you know, it just shows a different side of you. And to Eden's point, you can still be in the sweats and the hoodie, you know, but it's nice to be able to occasionally wear, you know, the clothing that makes you look totally different. And that's what it was for me. Like, I was like, okay, you know what? It doesn't hurt to try. So let me just try it. If I don't like it, I'll return it. Right. I mean, we can do that. It makes it, you know, COVID has made online ordering and returning much easier than it used to be.
Yeah.
You know, and so I just kind of decided to take that chance. And then, yeah, once I put those clothes on and took a couple pictures, even before the actual photo shoot, I was like, oh, okay, I look totally different wearing this than what I would normally wear. And there's just that realization of, okay, this actually does look good on me. You know, I can get away with wearing skinny jeans, with wearing, you know, leggings, with, you know, I don't wear very many dresses, and that's a really long story for another day why I don't wear very many dresses. But, you know, I bought a dress. I'm like, the last time I bought a dress was probably like 10 years ago. You know, really. And so, you know, just the fact that I bought something, it looks great on, it's my favorite color, you know, and so it just is one of those things of, I still haven't had an occasion to wear it, but that's okay. That day is coming when people can actually get together in person again. And
well, yeah, no, and that's a good point, because a lot of times people will say, well, I have nowhere to wear these clothes, you know, or this is not my lifestyle. And what I tell people, and I think what was happening to you, is that if you think of it as your dating costume, right? Like where when you put it on, it's kind of like, you know, Marvel, or, you know, like your superheroine type of costume. You embody a different energy. You see yourself in the mirror differently. You are creating a whole entire different energy about you. And I could even see it in the pictures. And I know, like with our journey, we just wanted to get pictures that marketed you in a dateable way, right? Versus like what you had before. I will just say that. And I know we're like laughing about it now, but you know, there was such a big difference that when you did put on those pictures, like the traction you started getting online. So Andy, can we show those pictures? I know everyone's like, so what pictures are they talking about? And we're gonna show a bunch of pictures on here. Okay, so look at this beauty queen, right? Like I cannot, can you all see this? I'm like trying to see in the, Deirdre, are you seeing it on camera yourself?
I have to turn that way to see it, but yeah, I have to turn plenty different computers.
I mean, it's kind of shocking, right? Like, I mean, when you look at this, what comes up for you?
I think it's just, you know, that before shot was like on a family vacation to San Diego, one of those big giant chairs, right? You know, and I was like, oh, I'll just sit in the chair. It's a cute picture, you know, shows I like to travel, you know, whatever. But yeah, I mean, the difference in what I look like in those two pictures is, phenomenal. All you see in that first picture is my big feet.
Right.
Look at that picture. That's kind of what shows up first, is those feet right there in the forefront. So,
Exactly. Well, and this is a big mistake that a lot of people do with dating profiles, right? They'll put pictures up that shows like a lifestyle shot, something like, an event, a place they traveled, a hobby, a passion, that kind of thing. And for you, there was like a meaning behind the shot. But guys don't know that. All they know is what they see, right? And so it was really, I think, eye-opening for you to also see just yourself in those pictures and how different you look. And Annie, can we show the pictures of her before and after profile? So she did have that photo of her with the gym shoes. That was one of her pictures that was on her profile. And then she had a couple other ones. And then she took pictures of her in the clothes. Now we got casual clothes, we got a dress. And because that's important too, and like what we were talking about with the women, is that it's not always about just wearing a dress 24/7 and walking your dog in heels like that. We're not talking about that. Although I'm sure, ladies, you would get some attention if you were doing that. But the point is having some versatility so that guys can see you in a different light and all different kinds of looks. But that's the dateable version. So you can see her before profile is up right now, okay? This is what she had online. Now, when you were putting these up, Deirdre, like what was going through your mind? Like, why did you choose these pictures, I guess is my point.
So, and I've had this conversation with you and with some of the other women in the group, but I'm usually behind the camera. So I don't really have very many photos of myself because I didn't really like to take photos of myself. I'm beyond the generation of selfies. That's what I've decided.
I like that.
But so so it's a matter of, I was putting up things that showed the things that I was interested in, right? And so that main profile picture was me in Ireland and looking very Irish in the photo, and and pictures at baseball games and pictures on the National Mall in DC and some of those kinds of pictures, because those are my favorite places. Those are the things I like to do. And so those were kind of the pictures that I would use, partly because it showed interest, but partly because those are the only pictures I had. And so, I was pulling from a limited number of photos I had and trying to pull out the ones that I felt like represented me the best.
Yes, that's another thing that's common. People will say, oh, I don't really have any photos of myself. So here are some from, my trip in Europe, and here are some that just, but not like thinking that, wait a second, I'm advertising myself to attract the opposite sex. And that was what was missing. But more importantly, it's kind of like what you said in the beginning, like you didn't look in the mirror and say, hey, I'm a sexy woman. And that was like my first goal for you, is to have you really see yourself in those pictures in the mirror and say, yeah, I got it going on. Like, I'm sexy no matter what size, shape, age. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the right guy is going to love that you love you. This is the message I keep stringing through this whole show. And so, wow. Okay. So then you took your picture. So Andy, can you show the after? This was huge. You don't have the after?
Oh no.
What? Wait for it. Wait. Maybe we could do a drum roll. I'll stall as he's trying to find it. Because that is like the biggest thing, like everyone wants to see. Well, let's just say, I will give you a hint. The green dress definitely was in there. And we got you some really cute black pants.
I think you sent me two of the same ones, so it's in some email. I got two befores.
Oh, you got two befores? Oh my God, well, you'll have to come back for the next show to see. Oh my God, I'm so bummed. Okay. Yeah, you all want me to to see, hold please. Okay, so let's see, we got the second one to show. Hold on. Okay, so we got that one. Oh yeah, I might have like copied the wrong thing. This is why you always should double check. Well, here's the thing. Oh wait, what's this one? Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, okay, wait, I know where it is. I think I can send it. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna go to
I say either that or somehow I share.
Oh, I got it. Wait, I got it. Hold on. Okay. Andy, I'm gonna share this. Oh, in the phone? Okay. Yeah, we could do that. Okay. Drum roll. Hold on. Dun. Oh my gosh. Okay, can you all see this? How is that? Okay, look at this beauty here. So you can see that she has a red shirt on with black leggings. She has a beautiful green shirt. And then look at just even like her body language, how relaxed, happy, sexy she looks. I mean, big changes. Yeah. Oh, somebody said that they saw your pictures before and they're amazing. Yeah. I mean, and so you put these pictures up and Deirdre, what happened? Like, that's the biggest thing that I want everyone to hear.
Yeah, no, I mean, as you said, I started getting traction. I started people contacting me, reaching out, liking me, whatever term you want to use, depending on what site you're on. So, you know, yeah, I started, because for a long time, I would reach out and I'd hear nothing back, you know. And I was doing a lot of reaching out, and that's something that I've learned too, to try to back off of some of that as much and not be quite so assertive myself. But, you know, so yeah, I mean, lots of traction. I've been on some in-person dates. Texas is, you know, mostly open. Well, this week, I guess it would be fully open, but you know, so things are open. So we're able to do some in-person, even if it's outdoors on the patio kind of thing. So, so it's been good. You know, just getting a little bit of experience.
I mean, amazing. Like, here is a woman who, like, you had no dates, you didn't know where to start. You looked in the mirror and you said, I don't know, I'm not feeling sexy. You didn't have your sexy confidence, and you put this profile up. You went through this whole process, and I love what you said too. It wasn't just the pictures, right? Like, it wasn't just, you know, getting some traction. You started having more confidence and actually having conversations and learning how to flirt. And I know we're still working on that, and we're doing the baby steps, right? Trying to get out of the friend zone and get more like into, you know, that engagement, and you're starting to like have interactions with guys you like, and you're getting excited about it. I mean, it's been so amazing to watch you come out of your cocoon and poke out your wings into the butterfly, and it's truly transformative, and really in a short period of time. And this is the beauty of working from the outside in, especially in your case. Like, if you think about it, we met 4 or 5 months ago?
Yeah,
Like
almost.
that.
But yeah.
September,
October. Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it in the scheme of like your lifetime and how long, you know, and you know, doing what you were doing, and just not only doing the work from the outside, but now you're also doing the work on the inside, and you're learning how to express yourself in so many different ways. And so it's just super exciting, and I'm just so happy for you. Did you want to share any kind of like words of wisdom, or, you know, maybe people are thinking about doing a process like this, or thinking about changing their wardrobe, and even just the way they look at themselves?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you know, it has made a huge difference for me. I will say that people at work have noticed, you know, my friends in my friend circle have noticed, you know, so just even the people who knew me best and had lots of interaction and experience with me are like, hey, what are you doing different? You know, and it's not so much that I'm necessarily doing anything different. I just feel different, you know, and feel more confident in who I am and what I'm about. And really started just working through that belief that I am deserving, you know, you know, and you know this, but maybe not everybody does. You know, I'm working with a health coach too, so it's you know, working on all those various parts of who makes me who I am, you know, and trying to grow through all of that. You know, I think that I just made a decision in the fall that, okay, enough's enough. And I had some extra time. That was really what started it all for me, was that with COVID, I wasn't as busy as I had been before. And so, you know, I found something like this to occupy my time. And now once we go back to normal, I might have to, you know, work through some of that still. But, you know, but I had, you know, just being able to make that decision and say spending time working on myself was important for me. And, you know, part of it is, I think, this idea of the fact that I'm approaching 50, you know, and thinking that through, and where did I think I'd be at 50? Obviously somewhere very different than where I'm at, but you know, that I still have other opportunities that are open and available to me as I approach that, you know, banner year, as they say. So, yeah.
That's awesome. And I think a lot of the things you're saying, and this is what I want people to really hear, especially as we're moving into spring and there's more hope in the air and people are thinking about getting out more, it's really putting yourself into action. That's why, like with the women here, I gave them actionables. I gave them things that they could do in ways of homework, because like we can all sit here and talk till the cows come home, but at what point are you gonna, you know, pick one of these products in Kimmy's Love Hub, for instance, and purchase and put it on your body, or pick up the phone and have a conversation with me, or, you know, hop on my Love Makeover Insiders. It's a free Facebook group where you can just get like a community of women to support you. All of those things are little like baby steps and actions you can take that will end up getting you what you want in the end. But it takes work. And Deirdre, that's what I really like admired about you, is that you've done the work. You clearly, and all the clients that have gotten, you know, results, and they broke patterns and they broke the habits, they did the work and they practiced this thing. And speaking of practice, actually, before you go, because I'm so excited, you know, I'm having another flirt immersion experience coming up March 20th. And I know you were part of the first one. And it was, it was so much fun, because we really workshopped, you know, a lot of the stuff that we're talking about, flirting and dating, and then we went speed dating and had a man panel. Do you want to talk a little bit about your experience with that, and then I'll let you go, because I just have another one coming up. I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, it was a fun day. I think, you know, and it's not a whole day. So for those of you going, oh my God, all day, no, it wasn't quite all day.
And you ladies wanted to keep going. That's what was so funny about it.
There were a lot of us that were ready to keep going, but so much good information and just so much to cover, you know, but, you know, super beneficial, that opportunity to kind of just practice it, and or like learn about it, practice it just among the women, and then have this opportunity to ask all these guys whatever question you want to ask them. Kimmy has some great men that she includes as a part of these things, and then even do the virtual dating piece, you know, and in doing that speed dating, I mean, I didn't meet anybody necessarily, but that doesn't matter. You know, it still was good practice. It was good opportunity. You know, we got feedback afterward from them about how we had done. So that alone is like, when else would you get the opportunity to do that, unless you're going to follow up on every date you ever go on, you know, which none of us do. So you know, you have that opportunity to kind of get some of that feedback, both from other women in how you're approaching things and doing things. But then with this flirt immersion experience, the opportunity to hear from men as well is super important. So.
Oh my God, it was so much fun, and I can't wait to do it again. And if you all are interested in this, you can go to my Instagram at Kimmy Seltzer. I have a little link tree link, and you can click on there, and it's right there. And you can even get in touch with me if you want to learn more. But Deidre, thank you so much for coming on and hanging in there. It was interesting synergy with just the ladies here and with you, because even that, like, each one of you had different like things that were preventing you from finding love or, you know, meeting people. But the theme was the same. If you know, there's so much hiding that we do. Our guards go up and for different reasons. And when we are able to let our guard down and we're able to love ourselves, it really does make a difference in who we attract that's out there. So, and I'm excited, Deirdre, to see your next journey. So now, like, progressing you from these fun dates into something that has more consistency. And so we'll keep following up and seeing where that goes.
Thanks. This was fun.
Thanks, Deirdre. I'm going to say goodbye to you. And oh my gosh, we are almost at the 2-hour mark. And I want to actually end, Andy, if we have time, because I promised these ladies who volunteered their pictures, and they wanted.
I have to get those pictures. They're not.
Oh, they're not up?
I have to get them.
Okay.
They're part of it. Yeah, they're going to be part of the collage.
Oh. Okay. Well, while he's getting that, what I really wanted to go over, you know, there's definitely different items when you think about, not only is it important to know your body type, but it's also important to know what the opposite sex finds sexy. You know, a lot of times when we get dressed for dates, we think about comfort, we think about maybe something just to throw on, or like you heard Eden talking about, like she was so worried about what the guy would want to see in her. But at the end of the day, when you know your body type, you know like where you're going, you know also what makes you feel sexy. That is what I call a dateable outfit. And there are like things that the opposite sex find sexy, and there's a few elements that you can put into your wardrobe that will make a big impact and a difference in maybe like your casual wear or your corporate wear. And okay, so we have, well, you see on the screen is, some before and afters of real clients that I had. As you could see evidence from both the man and the woman, the man over as I call him, and the woman, you see that there's a big difference from what they were wearing before to their after. And you better believe when they put these after pictures online and when they started wearing those clothes, they definitely had a bigger impact in who they were attracting. Now, I'm just going to key you into some key pieces that were really crucial. Number one, with the woman over there, I had to give her a red dress because as you could see, she was dressing with a lot of like drab colors. And so I needed for her to feel comfortable in more colorful, but also something that was more fitted on her body type. Now, it is crucial, ladies, to know your body type. And if you want to know what your body type is, I actually encourage you to go to my site, again, kimmyseltzer.com. You can download a free body type guide. And with that, you can determine which body type you are. And with her, she really had a shape that was more of what I would call a rectangle. So we had to get something that cinched her waist, and so we could see that silhouette. And look how feminine and beautiful and easy and carefree she looks. Of course, we added the heels, as you can see. Definitely a sexier look. And then with the man, as you can see, he was just wearing kind of something that was a little bit sloppy, gray color, very conservative. And with him, I put some dark jeans on that was more fitted and a leather jacket. So here's the thing that I'm gonna say. Leather always makes both men and women a little bit sexier. So those of the people that I've worked with, they always know that I, recommend a leather jacket. I recommend maybe some pleather pants, something that just has that little impact. Okay, if we could show the pictures again. We had 2 volunteers, and I want to also show you some products. I know we didn't show a lot of products today, but I want to leave you with some really fun pieces. Over there, I don't know if she is still on. Sarah, are you still on? If you are, say hello. I know we went a little bit longer today. And or is Julia there? Is Julia or Sarah? And if not, I can just talk about it. So Sarah is the one that has kind of the Argyle sweater on, and she wanted some tips on what would be a good makeover for her. So the first thing that I would do, Miss Sarah, is get rid of the golf shoes. And I would put on a sexy pair of boots. So I've shown this before. These are one of my favorite boots. They're by Mark Fisher, the Yale version. They come in all kinds of different materials. These happen to have a little bit of like an alligator look to them, but they are so comfortable. I have a pair myself. I can walk in hours with them. But at the same time, they're still sexy. And I think nowadays also people are doing a lot of walking dates. And Sarah, you seem to me that you're very kind of like an outdoorsy person. You might be more into comfort. And so this would give a definite better impact than the shoes that you have on. I think they're golf shoes. Are they those golf shoes? So as you can see, these would definitely be better. Okay. So that is that. Now, for the pants, I want to show a pair. I would highly recommend, Sarah, for you to get a pair of black skinny jeans. You have really amazing legs, but the pants that you have on are they look like golf pants. I don't know if you were golfing or not. It looks like you were, but they definitely aren't date worthy. These are something that would be date worthy. Not only would they give you your legs some length, but it also has a sex appeal to them. So if you can imagine wearing these black jeans, you could wear them day or night, you could put the boots on, and it already is going to look different on your body. Now, you gave me your measurements before, and I'm not gonna say your measurements because really the number doesn't matter. But what matters is how everything is distributed. And you have what I would call more of an hourglass figure-ish, but you have a little bit of more length in your shoulders. And because of that, I would want to have a top that kind of narrows the shoulders to even out the hips. This is why I really wanted you to wear skinny jeans, because skinny jeans actually will bring out the hips to even out the shoulders. So the inverted triangle is really probably more accurate of, I know you thought you had an hourglass, but you really more are an inverted triangle because your shoulders were slightly longer than your hip area. And so with that, what I would recommend is for you to put a colorful top on, much like what Deirdre had on, and pop a little color. Now, I've showed this top before. I love this top. I have it myself. I got it because I wanted to test it out. Maybe I will wear it next time. But it comes in all kinds of colors, and it's still casual, it's still comfortable, and I think you would feel really good in it. Because it's a little bit looser, that's why I definitely want you to have a skinnier jean, and because of the V-neck, that will pull your shoulders in more. So this will be a really nice look for you, definitely more dateable than the picture that you had before, I will be honest. And if you're listening and you're taking notes and you do happen to buy any of these items, I would love to see a picture of you in your after picture, because I think everybody watching would be really interested to see, first of all, if any of those really fit you well, but also what you look like. I would put your hair down, definitely put your hair down. In fact, if you have not seen this, I was just talking to Michelle about this product. We often show this on Sway TV. I am obsessed with it. Just to get a little sexy hair going on, I would definitely pick this. I'm gonna show it up on here. It's the Revlon One Step Hair Dryer and Volumizer. And you can see it is so super easy to use. You come out of the shower with a wet head and you dry it. And as you dry it, it's going to straighten your hair. And for those of you who have like naturally frizzy hair, you're gonna love this. This is like, seriously, it's something that I cannot live without, especially when I'm going on camera like I did today. And with that, I often will use like a curling iron afterwards to see, that's how I'm getting these soft curls. Sarah, I don't know how long your hair is because it was back in a ponytail, but I would highly recommend you having a pictures if you're putting these online with your hair down with a little bit of voom in it, because it'll have definitely a different sex appeal to it. Okay, and last but not least, I will show also, Andy, if we could show those pictures up. We had another volunteer. Her name is Julia, and you can see she looks really cute in her, see in front of the fireplace. Oh, Deirdre, you got 4 or 5 of those. I know, right? Like that shirt is so easy and so affordable. Now, Julia, I know it's a little bit harder to see her picture, and you look so like comfy in front of the fire. And there's not that there's anything wrong with being comfortable, but I think having a little more like vavoom to you would be like, it would be huge. You would have a huge impact in the way that that guys would see themselves. So I know you're in your little turtleneck and skinny jeans, which is super cute. And I know with your measurements, you truly do have, by the way, a hourglass figure. What an hourglass figure means is that your shoulders and your hips are exactly the same length. And then you have your waist that goes in a little bit. So she really can wear a lot of different things, but I just feel like you're hiding. I really feel like you're hiding in that. So I would love, I'm just trying to pick, where is my little red dress? Did it make it here? Oh, wait, is it this one? Oh, I think it's this one, but it's showing in a different color. Yeah, this is it. But I would choose a red color. So this, I found this dress and I actually went berserk when I found it, because not only is the price totally right, but it has a cut that would work on any body type. No matter if you're inverted triangle, you are a triangle, if you're a rectangle, if you're an hourglass, or if you have a little curves on you in your stomach area, this dress, or at least this type of dress, is really gonna work well on you. The V-neck, and Julia, for you, I can only imagine you in front of the fireplace with this hot little number, and I guarantee you, you will get clicks on your pics. And it'll be very different than what you're showing. Now, I don't know if you're showing that picture that you sent to me online, but I would highly recommend getting rid of that and putting something like this in there, because I know you sent me another picture, and that picture was also of you in a casual wear. So I wanted to like crank up the notch a little bit and get you out of your comfort zone and into a red dress. What's great about this dress is, as you can see, it comes in a lot of different colors. I mean, if you just wanted to get, I'm not so much into patterns as my clients know this, although this pattern's not that bad, honestly. The polka dots is really cute. The polka dots are actually reading a little more like solid overall. And even like if you have like a blue color, this is also beautiful. Last week, if you saw my show, I wore a color much like this, and just high pigment usually works really well on most skin tones, although each skin tone is different. So you got to make sure you know your skin type and also what flatters your skin tone. When I do my virtual makeovers, I always go over not only your body type, but also the skin tone that you have, because it will make a big difference. So with that, I also want you wearing, Miss Julia. Let me go back. I want you wearing heels. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna make you wear heels. Now, I love these heels. For women who don't tend to wear heels, I highly recommend a style like this. Now, these are Stuart Weitzman. I'm obsessed with Stuart Weitzman. He just happens to fit my foot really well, and a lot of the clients that I've shopped with, they also have found this super comfortable. But you can find, you know, this kind of look in a lot of different brands here on Amazon. I was so excited to find that Amazon is carrying so many, not only high-end brands, but also like mid-range to low-end brands as well. It's just, you know, whatever fits your budget and your foot. But honestly, I'm kind of a snob when it comes to shoes, and I'll tell you why. You know, your feet are your health. It's the way you stand, it's your back, it's how you feel in your body. So you definitely want to spend a little bit more. And Stuart is totally worth it. Now you notice that there's a chunky heel here. And why I like the chunky heel is because it gives you that support. I can't wear stilettos, y'all. Like, I'll just be honest. Like, it's not something that I can feel comfortable in. I feel a little dorky when I'm walking in stilettos. Stilettos is that like really thin heel, but the thickness of this heel gives you support. It gives you that like posture that's super sexy, and men love it. I'm just saying. So he also comes in a lot of different colors. This is a great one in nude. Nude's gonna also go neutral, but you know, get a little daring, y'all. Like, go for like a pink. Look at this hot number, pink and red. Like, I dare you, especially if you wear maybe all black or neutrals. Oh my God, if Michelle was still here, Michelle, if you're watching, I want to see this on you. I'm just saying, like, I know you're used to wearing Gucci. I know you can do this. Like, what if you wore this again? What would it feel like? What would you embrace? But Julia, if you're still listening, with your red dress, I would probably just recommend doing like a basic black, or you could also do the nude as I was showing you before. If you see this, if you end up buying the dress or these shoes or another shoe, please send a picture to me. We would love to see the after. And I will wrap up by saying, look, you know, there are a lot of different pieces. I showed you just some of them, using these women as examples of how you can like crank it up a bit to be in your sexy. Because here's the thing, even if you do dress well or you have to get dressed up during the day, it's really great to change into something, and it creates a different energy. I've said this before. And I really want to emphasize this is all about you, ladies. I told you before, a very first step that you can have is you can grab my body type guide by going to my website, KimmySeltzer.com, and you can measure yourself. And when you measure yourself, oh, I still have these earplugs on. I don't need these anymore. I'm like, why do I sound so loud to myself? I don't need to hear myself, y'all. I like talk in the microphone on my podcast all day long. By the way, is my podcast in the carousel? I didn't know if I still had it in there. It's called the Charisma Quotient. So if you were interested, I know I've been talking about it throughout the show. It's called the Charisma Quotient. It is shown in the carousel at some point. But here's also a book that, you know, when I was studying to be an image consultant, I picked this book up, and I sometimes recommend this to my clients. If you want to really like learn your body type and get a handle on this, it's called The Science of Sexy. As if there was science to sexy, who knew? But it does start with your wardrobe. This is a great book. I think it only comes, oh no, it does come in paperback. This is the hardcover, just because I like the weight of it. I like the way it feels. And it has great little pictures. I love picture books. It's like being back in kindergarten, because to me, like, I'm so visual, that's how I remember things. But it like shows you what to wear, what your body type is, and if you're like a rectangle, what to wear. I mean, if you don't want to buy this book, y'all can hop on and do a virtual makeover, and in 1 hour, you'll learn this whole book. But this is a good place to start if you want to have something on your bookshelf and refer to. So, oh my gosh, we went for a really long time. I hope you had fun. What amazing breakthroughs. I mean, from just the vulnerability of having Eden and Michelle share their dating challenges and maybe some of the things that have caused them to not find love, the barriers that have prevented them from progressing in their love life, to, you know, Deirdre hopping on and sharing how she's broken out of her shell and really learning how to embrace her sexy confidence so she can learn how to date and eventually have a boyfriend and a relationship that, you know, she wants one day. So again, my name is Kimmy Seltzer. I am a confidence therapist, dating strategist. If you want to learn more, definitely go to my Instagram at Kimmy Seltzer. I'm pretty much at Kimmy Seltzer everywhere. My website, all my social handles. So if you want to get in touch with me, love to chat with you. Just as I have breakthroughs with these ladies, I do breakthrough calls. So if you really want to talk more privately with me, I am happy to hop on a call with you. And with that, and like always, I will be back next week. I have a special treat. I am having some really cool ladies come, and we're probably going to do some like a fun dating game or something like that. So stay tuned for that here at Kimmy's Love Hub at Sway TV and Amazon Live. And with that, let's sway.
Make sure you guys follow Sway TV. Follow Sway right here. Ooh, it's this way, sorry. Corey says, thank you, Sway TV. Shakira says, thank you, Sway. Yes, guys, it is so much fun. We love Sway TV.
We're here all the time streaming live. We're sharing great products. We're doing great interviews and amazing giveaways.
Amazon, we love you, Amazon.
So grateful for you guys and for Sway TV.
I've had such a great time with all of you.
Shop attainment all the time.
It is a girl's dream come true for someone like me to be able to give you dating advice and shopping all in one platform.
Amazon Live! Woo! Let's sway!
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway!
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway!
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.